Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second to last episode of A Crusade of Thorns, Camarilla, where we're telling the story of a bunch of now kind of adrift members of the Camarilla in a city that's rapidly changing. Very excited to see what happens this evening, as we left on a bit of a cliffhanger last week. So let's start with thank yous and shout outs and all that sort of stuff that I'm supposed to do at the beginning. First of all, we got our 30th Patreon person today, and it happens to be a member of this cast, and so I would just like to say I love them very much. Thank you, Dobson M, for being an amazing supporter of the channel and becoming our 30th patron on Patreon in 20 days-ish, less than, in like 2 weeks. That's crazy. We love you. And if you're interested in such things, because what we're trying to do is support great writers and artists across the RPG community by giving them money to do art things, you should join us on Patreon, where you will also get sneak peeks and previews and videos and musings and all sorts of stuff that only Patreon folk get to see. Mostly, sometimes we release stuff like a week or two later. Like, I just did a dramatic reading of the Tale of the Nine Gods from Tomb of Annihilation. Thank you. In the voice of one of the characters from the game, and I'll probably be releasing that early next week. But patrons get it first. So if you love that sort of stuff, you should go check it out. It is also just the best way to support the channel. We get more money from them than we do from Twitch. So honestly, subs are awesome and great, and we love you if that's how you want to support. Plus, you get free emotes and stuff like that. But if you're looking for like pure financial help, then Patreon's the way to go. Of course, we also need to thank our amazing sponsors, Tabletop Loot, for the best in quality tabletop loot. Go to tabletoploot.com and buy some tabletop loot. Also, Devin Rue, the mistress of maps, the maptress, as I like to call her. And she has been an amazing supporter of the channel since the beginning. You should go check out rueinc.com. And last but not least, if you want awesome Welcome to the Party merch, including a Crusade of Thorns t-shirt, and now a Dalewood Oleomargarine t-shirt, if you're into that sort of thing, you should go to our website, which is, thank you, Portia, which is right there now in chat. Thanks to Portia. Use the code WELCOME, and you will get 10% off. Of course, patrons get 15% off, starting April 1st. Just saying. But with that, I want to just throw it around to everyone and have them say hello, who they're playing, and what their thoughts are on this second-to-last game of A Crusade of Thorns Camarilla, starting with Leona.
Oh, hi! I'm Leona. I am at the Lady Bedlam on Twitter, and I am playing Adra, our Ventrue Enforcer, and I really hope we kick butt tonight. I'm excited.
I hope you kick butt too. I think it's going to be great. M.
Hi, I'm M. I'm Dobson M on Twitter. You can also find me at the Welcome to the Party Discord. I am playing Alexander, the Chronicler, and I'm just hoping we all survive tonight. That's my hope. I don't care if we lose, so long as we're just stay alive.
This is the feeling I was hoping for. Excellent. Kevin!
Hi, I'm Bisonic Kevin on the Twitters, and I'm playing Calvin, and I forgot something.
Your hat.
Oh,
and those schmancy as hell glasses.
Glasses.
Indeed. Yeah. Looking very dapper.
I'm looking forward to whatever happens next.
Same. Nerdy Teddy.
Yeah, I'm Nerdy Teddy on Twitter and everything. And tonight I'm playing Selene, the Toreador nightclub owner. And I'm looking forward to whatever happens next, because I don't know what's going to happen for Selene. I'm awfully close to death.
I hope you don't die. Jeff.
Hi, Jeff Holland. I'm playing Silas Blackthorn, the Brujah Investigator, and I also do not want to die. So, Go team.
Go team! And last but not least, our special guest star for the evening, reprising up to 2 roles, we believe. We don't know. We'll find out how the story goes. But playing at least one of his NPCs, if not 2, Death by Mage.
Hi, everybody. I'm Death by Mage, and I will be returning as probably 2 NPCs, maybe more. We'll find out.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Okay. So, who wants to tell me what happened last week?
I believe I volunteered. Alrighty, so last week we picked up with Selene falling from Elizabeth's penthouse after escaping Don Sebastian. Selene ate dirt, just like hit the ground really hard. Alexander managed to grab Elizabeth, and the 2 of them rescued Selene, and they all escaped. And Silas and Jamie Chen were navigating through the Nosferatu tunnels underneath the flower shop, where they encountered a gold crocodile and other various traps. They found a cleared out hub that gave them some information about some of like the TB outbreaks, and that Section 32 was amassing a big assault for a base, information like that. And then Silas and Jamie Chen also talked about their shared bloodline, and Jamie gave Silas a number to call. After that, Calvin and Adra talked to Gale Luckless about their coalition, and Gale decided to join the party, basically. And then Calvin and Adra also spoke to Ratmeat, the gangrel primogen. Didn't go very well at first, but Adra offered him a boon and it was fine. And then after all of that, we got the ashes of Belmont Hubris from Ming. And with Elizabeth now at the Galaxy Club with us, we tried to make a plan to trap Don Sebastian and hopefully the Sabbat at the same time. After that, we were visited by Von Lindy. It was a very busy episode. We were visited by Von Lindy, and he tried to bring us in. We told him that we weren't going to come, and after that there was a bit of a fight that went until sunrise, and then the next day we got attacked by shovelheads, and that's kind of where we stopped.
Yeah,
it was
that was, but so efficient, and I loved it, and it was amazing. Yeah, and you hit on all the major points. Calvin has a girlfriend now, and that's the most important thing that happened last week by far. I think is that. Steamy. All right.
As soon as we find time, sure.
Our party is in the Cafe Gala, having just woken up last night. They captured 4 of the 6 members of Von Lindy's coterie and have them locked up in their in 2 very cramped jail cells in their haven, where as they went to go check on them, they heard the front door bust open, and as they came out, they saw this pack of something like 20 shovelheads rushing through the door as the club was closed for the evening because there was a lot of shit that happened last time, and the folks thought it would be better to get it repaired before they opened it back up. There are 20 shovelheads rushing at the party, which includes the 5 of our members here, plus Gale and Elizabeth Afianza, Alexander's sire, and now kind of sorry for being horrible to Alexander person. So we meet our party now as these slavering, hungry, torn vampires begin charging directly at you. What do each of you do?
Well, I know what I'm going to do. I want to rouse so I can use my non-combative part of my fleetness to run to the cells where we have Von Lindy's people. Locked.
Okay. Sure. That is what you do. What is your intent? What are you looking to do after that, by the way?
I'm going to... My intent is to, if nobody else walks in, try to convince them that I'm still on their side, but somehow compromised, and that they need to fight their way through the shovelheads and out of here.
Smart. Calvin, what are you doing?
I'm going to roll a rouse check to hear some subdual. No, whatever it is. You know what I mean.
Yeah, to heal 3 bashing.
Hey, 3 bashing. Good.
Yeah. And anything else, like narratively? There's a bunch of like circular tables between you and them, and they
I
seem
figured
to be...
I was on the second floor in the
Oh yeah,
meeting
you can be on the second floor.
with the blown out window.
Yeah,
I
you
was
can be
going
there.
to grab my Thompson machine gun.
Okay. Yes. I love it. Alexander, what are you doing?
Jesus. I know we have an armory. I'm not very good at it. Like shooting things.
Sure.
But I want to make sure I have a stake on me.
You have a
I know
stake
that.
on you.
Okay.
All vampires are assumed to have at least one stake on them at all times.
And I want to find a way to set up cover.
Okay, you can like flip over some tables or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least create obstacles so that I can maybe slow them down.
Okay, you start flipping over tables. Awesome. Adra.
Adra is gonna do what she does best. Swords out, stakes out. There's people on her territory, and she is going to fight them. And hopefully security can kind of, pretty much, right? She's just like, and it's like if security can get involved and help her out, great. But they're a bunch of mortals, right? So she kind of figures it's kind of on her. So
they're rushing down the stairs, though.
They're rushing down the stairs. Is she at the bottom of the stairs?
Well, you can be wherever you need to be. They're coming in through the front door, which is on the first floor.
Okay, and we were headed.
You had just woken up. You were talking. You were at the cells.
Put to bed.
Yeah,
right.
You woke up. You guys went to the cells and went, "Oh, good, they're captured." And then as you came out of the cells, you saw this group coming.
So I'm gonna assume she's on the same floor. Like she would have probably just been like right there, probably like the first one. And I have a quick question. It is Fortitude level 3, Defy Bane. It's reflexive. So do I rouse that now or later?
Now.
Now? Okay, so let me do a rouse for that. Because I think I'm gonna need my strength for this. Perfect.
And Silas.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fine. I got a gun in one hand. I got a stake in another. I'm going to start knocking over some tables and creating barriers.
Nice. All right. So as this flurry of action happens, Selene, you bolt into the back room as Calvin picks up his Tommy gun, now more ready to use it, having been trained by Silas. Alexander and Silas are knocking over tables, getting ready, and Adra's all like this. The first of them starts running through all of this. A few tables in front of you flip over, and Adra, one of them runs directly up to you and gives you a peck on the cheek. Hello, darling. And the rest of them just run physically through you as if they're ghosts.
What the
Selene,
hell?
You see them move through the walls and then move apparently back out the back of the building. Only the one who pecked you on the cheek, Adra, who suddenly turns into Ravi. Hello.
What the hell, Ravi?
Well, I heard you were in trouble, but I couldn't make it last night. One of your security called me, and so I got here as quickly as I could. But it turns out you have the situation in hand. I thought, what do the Germans call it? A blitzkrieg would have been the right way to do it.
Ravi, you gave me a bloody heart attack. Oh, thank God.
Well, I'm sorry. Yes, I see that you have the problem well in hand. I can see how that would have been disconcerting, but think how great it would have been if you were still fighting someone. How much would they have freaked out?
Well, thank you. Thank you, I guess. Well, now that you're here, and we have the whole place to ourselves, can I
help us rearrange the tables?
Yes, of course, I'll help you rearrange the tables. So, what news from the Camarilla?
Who?
You?
I know. Things are complicated.
Yes.
Yeah, Don Sebastian needs to go.
Yes.
Elizabeth is in the building.
Really?
Yes. And have you met her?
I have. In fact, I've been at one of her salons before.
Yes, she's quite charming.
Indeed.
and I need to talk to a few more people.
You need to what? A few more people? I'm sorry.
Talk to people. Also,
Indeed.
there's been a blood hunt called on us.
Oh, good. That's excellent.
minor
That's
fact.
a Camarilla we want to murder all of you thing, right?
Yes.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
blood hunt isn't exactly a good thing, Robbie.
Yes, I know. I've had one called on me once. It's why I left.
Oh dear.
Not everyone was as nice as your grandsire, Adra.
I see.
And at this point, actually, Captain Mitchell comes in as well, and he'll look around at all of you. So, hey, team.
Hi.
Captain, how are you? Find
Good.
anything over last night?
Yeah, we got in
timing.
this incredibly large fight with a number of this roving pack of Sabat. Only a block from here. It looked like they were heading in your direction, but that's why you sent us out here.
Any of them wearing blue gloves?
No, they were all freshly made.
Ah, that.
Yeah. I'm hoping
Well,
that's
thank
the
you for
last.
that.
Of course, I'm hoping that's the last we'll see of it. I wanted to come and check in, see what our next step here was.
We
are
had some
you-
action.
Yes. Sorry.
I was just gonna say we had some action last night. Von
I
Lindy
see.
showed up and tried to take us to go see Don Sebastian, and we didn't let him.
I'm impressed. That is a group of badasses. How did you pull that off?
The sun helped. I told Von Lindy that we weren't here, and that he needed to go back to Don Sebastian and tell him that.
Okay. So when that wears off and he comes back and realize, like, did you erase his memory and make him believe that, or did you just tell him that?
I made him believe it. He believes it firmly.
Okay. Good.
Also, we have 4 of his people in the basement. I believe 3 of them got away, but we only saw 6. I don't know.
Remember, one of them is missing. He has a coterie of 7. So you have 4.
one of them- yeah, we know
he
has a
and one of
coterie-
the other ones got away,
Yeah.
but you have 4 of them. And he'll go. What do you want to do with them?
That is the question.
First, I'd like to talk to at least one of them.
Seems
See if
reasonable.
let's see if they're valuable. Maybe they can be a bargaining chip.
Or maybe they just were following orders and would like an opportunity.
That could work for us too.
Let me check in with Sydney real quick and see if there's been any news.
Making a phone call.
Yes.
Hey, doll.
Sydney, darling.
How you doing?
Anything important happening?
Well, I mean, do you mean in the real world? I got a couple contracts here for you if you want to start working on a new gig here or there. It looks like there's some funding behind a new MGM movie that's going to happen in a couple of weeks, but I haven't heard anything from your world recently.
Okay, good. That's positive. Also, remember those papers I handed you of Philomath's business plans?
Yes.
Feel free to pursue those as hard as possible. She's currently missing and unable to stop you.
Excellent. I will do my best to make the best of that information, sir.
Thank you. Be well, stay safe.
You as well.
All right, thanks. All right. I'll come out. Sydney hasn't heard anything about our people. Which is good, because that means the public at wide hasn't. But I don't know what's happening in this city.
Let me make a call to my people. We got downtime, gang.
We have a minute.
Unexpected
You got a minute to breathe,
downtime.
to figure out stuff. Yeah.
We don't know what to do with it.
Anyway, I'm going to call Sally,
Hey, boss, what's up?
police coordinator. Hey, have you heard anything about a Section 32 making any movement in the city?
There's been a bunch of feds they've been rounding up all sorts of people. Yeah. I forget, does she know of your... She knows, right?
She knows.
Yeah. A couple of them were like you, but some of them were some real weirdos, too. They've been... It just seems like they've cast the widest dragnet they can and are picking all sorts of folk up. They are hungry and angry. They've had to apologize for something like 3 different warehouse fires.
All right.
Keep your head down around them.
Now
I don't
might
know.
be a good time to get out of town for a day or two.
I mean, it might be. I can keep him off your scent. I just need to know where you're at. We're technically, us and the other special divisions group are working with him. So you know, I can keep him away from you a little bit.
That's a good call. Just keep him out of, what the hell's her club name again?
Cafe Gala. You said Beverly Hills. Yeah. Keep him off the Sunset Strip or whatever, right?
That's the whole area. Keep him out of here. For now.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that's an easy excuse to make. It's like rich people live there. Don't go screw with them. Yeah, I can do that. That's where the rich and famous are. I can make that argument easy. Yep.
All right.
All right.
Click.
Nice. Having solved that problem.
So
pushed off that problem.
What I'm wondering is, do they know our contacts? Like,
does Don Sebastian know your contacts?
Should I be worried about Adrian?
I don't know.
Group.
I think I'm worried. I'm going to give him a call. If we're doing calls, I'm going to call and tell him to maybe take a holiday.
Yeah. There's been a... Do you know anything about this tuberculosis thing, boss?
Not much, boss.
I've just been investigating it. And I can't seem to track it down except to this... There's only one TB hospital in the city, and I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're connected, but I feel like if it's connected anywhere, it would be there. You want me to get out of town, though? I wanted to run this story down.
I honestly don't think it's safe to look into this. I can. If you have any leads, send them my way, but I will...
We have some leads.
We have some leads, says my associate.
Okay.
Like a whole map of town that corresponds. He might really like it.
Yeah, because you say so. I'll head up to San Francisco for the week.
Just for a short period of time. I'll contact you as soon as I can.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
Okay.
Which reminds me, I'm going to grab like the head security guy.
Hey, what's up?
So, I need you to take a team.
Yeah.
Take Vivian Lee, Ignis to the airport, get them to London. Put them on a plane and send them to London.
I can hire a private jet for that.
That works.
A jet? You have a jet?
I can hire a jet. I have.
You can hire a jet in 1943?
Well, not a jet. I can hire a plane for that.
I'm just checking. You have your own personal DC-3. Yeah.
Because I am rich AF. At 4, it says like you can buy a private airfield.
Yes, you are. I think it is safe to assume you have your own DC-3. Indeed. Damn. Which is the aircraft that is used for public and private sorts of like commuter travel. So cool. Yeah. Random facts brought to you by Sean. And thank you for the follow, Lysis M. Or L Isis M? I don't know. But thank you, we love you. All right. So did you say Elizabeth and Vivian Lee?
Ignis and...
Oh, Vivian. Ignis and Vivian Lee. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely. Are they okay with this, or are we going to have to make them go?
If there's a problem, have them come talk to me.
Okay, we can do that. So you'll be down 3 security guards at this place for the next 3 hours.
Right.
Okay. And then they head off.
All right, shit. Oh, that reminds me. The ashes. What kind of bag were they in?
A doctor's bag.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alexander, I know you hate doing this, and you already touched the ashes, but did you touch the bag?
Did I touch the bag?
You have not touched the bag.
I guess I'm going to touch the bag. And
Yeah.
I have
Make a
other
spirit
things that I
session.
want to touch as well. So,
Great.
oh god, I didn't think that through. All right, I guess I'm gonna do a rouse check and then
Lewd.
yeah. Well, there we go.
Have a hunger. Nom noms.
Yeah.
Nom noms. Okay, so what is the first thing you wanted to touch?
Bag, I guess. I'm
So
being
I'm
requested.
Yeah, I would. Ooh, okay. So wow, yeah, super good at that. Really? Oh, because it's plus your aspect stats. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I'm actually gonna have Death by Mage tell you what you see when you touch the medicine bag that was full of a certain Sabat Malkavian's ashes delivered by one of Ming's people.
Okay, so as you touch the bag, your vision shifts and swirls into what feels like first a kind of open area, and it's kind of dusty. You kind of hear these loose you hear some words being spoken, but you can't quite hear it. It's inaudible. And for a moment, you can sense the ashes that are being put in. And nearby, there is this sensation that there is also another towering figure nearby. And you are focused right now on the bag, but as you force your way to try to shift to get a better vantage in your vision, you glimpse this shadow, this kind of what seems very angelic in portrayal, large wingspan but standing on two legs, and it just seems surreal and odd to you. And for a moment you can't discern what is the true nature of that shape. It's all blurry to you. And as the bag then kind of shifts again, moves. Oh yes, there's at least 6 wings on this figure. And as the vision shifts again, you feel it being tossed and turned a little bit in the backseat of a car. And then you have a vision that leads to what your vision kind of looks around for a moment, and you see the familiar letterings of the Pearl. And then you see the visage of Ming. The back, it's right at this moment you see the back of her head, and it's being brought closer and closer and closer. And as you get close to the desk, she turns, and there is a moment where you feel this gaze penetrate through, and it's not just staring at the bag, it is staring at your very being. And then the vision fades.
That was unsettling, but nicer than other visions. Can I do an occult roll to see if I know anything about winged figures?
Well, of course.
Okay.
The intelligence, occult plus intelligence.
Okay. Any modifiers?
Add 1 die.
All right. Well,
You can use a willpower because 2 of your successes came from... And I think 3's good, but if you want to try and push it, you can use a willpower to try and get to 5 by rolling 2 more dice. Yeah.
Let's do that. What?
You rolled willpower the stat.
Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Sorry. Let me do that again.
We're going to make it real easy. We're actually going to make it real simple. We'll just look at the first 2 dice you rolled. You got an extra success.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
Does that bring it into critical territory?
No, because there was only 110.
Okay.
But what winged feature? DBM. Winged creature. 4 successes.
4 successes. So there has been talk before. You've seen in literature across various cultures talking about winged beings. For 4, I'll give you that for most Christian mythos and information that reminds you very close to a seraphim, a higher class of angels. As for your knowledge, there could be such things as angels that could exist. You're not entirely sure. You know that there's already other supernatural things that exist, so it wouldn't surprise you if something could exist of that kind of scale. But you feel that whatever this wasn't truly a creature of the divine, but of some kind of shape and form.
So something taking the shape of the divine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So we're dealing with something that could potentially take different shapes.
Mm.
And I'll describe what I've seen. So I think Ming expected us to do this. From the feeling.
Where's Regina's bag?
I don't know. Where did you guys put it?
We probably have it stashed somewhere.
You probably have it stashed somewhere, but it doesn't last that long. Like
Yeah.
I've been pretty generous with Spirit's
Couple
Touch
days.
because I like using it as a plot motivator. But that bag has been like moved
Tossed
to a
around.
different place, tossed around. Like there's been a lot of touch on that since. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, could I touch the section 32 page finally? Now that we have a moment? Or is that still a problem? I don't remember how long ago we have.
I like it.
Okay.
It was just last night, and it's only been in your right, crazy, and it's only been in your possession since you found it. So I think
Well,
that's
it's been in
okay.
Silas's possession, but
Yeah, I
would...
mean yours is a group. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm okay with it.
Okay, because I'll do that then. I'll be like, hey, Silas, I need that sheet of paper, finally. With section 32 on it.
Yep.
All right, so another roll.
Yeah, another. Do you need a hunger for that? Do you need a rouse?
I think I do. I think it's per thing, so I'll do the rouse in a second.
Okay. Well, 5 successes is great. So, remind me, you're gonna get it. Yeah, you'll get it. What's your hunger at? 3. You'll be at 4 hunger now. Copy that.
Yeah. I'm at 4 hunger. Back up there.
So this was. Where did you guys get this?
The flower
From
shop.
the flower shop, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, you get. Have you've watched like Rambo stuff like that?
No.
Okay. So imagine I'm getting ready to kick some ash montage where like people are putting on gear, like vests, like loading guns, like it just has this roiling sense of anger, vengeance, and violence coming off of it. It's almost more of an emotional trip through sorrow at loss into just like this destructive hatred of the other. It doesn't give you anything really specific, but it does give you this, like, somebody's out there looking to kick some serious fucking ass right now.
Okay. So I get an emotional roller coaster.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was uneventful.
Yeah.
I'll
the
say
least worst thing that's happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I got some feelings from this. Someone's looking to destroy some people, but aside from that, I didn't get much from this.
Well, thank you for trying.
I think that we got some motivation behind it. Like, this isn't just a job for these guys.
No, it's personal. It feels a little bit personal.
It's personal. It definitely felt personal.
Yeah. So, I don't think we're going to be able to persuade anybody. Anybody we run into, government or otherwise, is probably not going to be easily swayed by words.
We have other.
Victory it is.
All right. Should we go talk to our guests?
Yes.
Yes,
Nice.
please.
Excellent. All right, making your way downstairs and into the cells that you have created in the basement. There are 4 people there. There looks to be a kind of Mediterranean-looking male who has kind of like a kind of a darker cast to his face, who's very reedy, thin, and almost like whipcord strong. If he was wearing some tighter clothing, you'd think. There is a very like bulgy, tough-looking individual who 2 of you actually recognize. Calvin and Adra, you know this to be Remick Haldane, who is a minor Ventrue. He's kind of a Ventrue tough who worked as an enforcer for a while. For whatever prince came along. He's not like a big mover and shaker. There's also kind of a female with just wearing jeans and like a beat up white shirt with kind of pulled back red hair. And that was 3, right? And then an obvious Nosferatu lady who is wearing kind of this long tattered blue dress.
So who do we want to start with?
Should
We
we
have to be
start?
careful with Remick.
The kind of whipcord thin one with who looks to be Avinas. Don't be so Avinas. The rare ripcord thin gentleman who looks like he's probably of Mediterranean extraction will just look up as you guys walk in and go, "Hey, how long are you going to keep us here?"
Depends on how cooperative you're feeling.
Well, we're the ones in a cell.
Excellent point. Is your affinity, is your allegiance to Don Sebastian or Von Lindy?
Von Lindy.
Why is
I think
Von
I can
Lindy-
speak for everyone when I say that, right? Everyone kind of nods, yeah.
Why is Von Lindy allying himself with a failed prince?
He doesn't seem failed so far.
Except that one time he was removed from power.
Well, sure, but that's the vagaries of politics, and he's back again.
True.
And to do so, he had to create a bunch of parasites.
Parasites?
I'm not willing to call them Toreador.
Oh, his kids. Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Yes.
I think it might be better for you all to just stay here for a while and just sit this out.
I don't know
saying
that-
it's an option.
Well, I mean, it's not like we have a choice, right?
True. I mean, yes. You could help us.
How?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
I'm sure Von Lindy will probably try to come back for us.
Oh, absolutely.
Unless he
Hey,
thinks
Kevin,
you're dead.
can you make a? Oh shoot, I forgot. I was supposed to bring the roll up. No, 1 second. Sorry. Sorry, I thought I was going to have this up before now, and I didn't, because I'm a terrible storyteller. Yeah, here we go. Can you make a composure plus intelligence roll for me, please? Yeah, just you.
Okay. 3.
You feel this tug in the back of your head that you haven't felt in at least a year. It is an almost irresistible call to go meet Don Sebastian and tell him where his money is, preferably to bring it with you. You can, for the moment, spend a willpower to stave it off for a scene, if you so choose. But you know that call will get more and more acute as the night goes by.
God damn it. I grab my head real quick. Excuse me for a moment.
Calvin?
I'll tell you in a moment. I'm going to spend the willpower.
Okay.
And I need to handle something, and I need a moment to think.
I'm just gonna kind of grab him by the shoulders, and the two of them are gonna walk out because she wants to know what the hell's going on.
Selene, I trust your judgment in this.
Okay. There's one thing I want to know real quick.
Yes.
I did not count your whole coterie. Where was Lola?
We don't know. Last we saw her, she was with you.
But the last we saw her, we gave her to you.
Well, not to me.
Well, yes. We were
Who did
handing
you give her to?
The plan, we talked to Von Lindy, then we handed her. The plan was to hand her over to you guys. After we saved her from this abort, none of this is ringing a bell? Did he not tell you?
No.
Interesting.
Yes.
Do you think Von Lindy would have done something to her himself?
I don't know why, but maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Did you drop her off to someone? What did you do?
Yeah, we dropped her off.
To
we
who?
took her. We took her to their coterie, didn't we?
Yeah, you took it to the
Remember-
office, and there was a blonde woman there who received her.
We did it as we were told. We took her to Von Lindy's office. There was a blonde woman there to receive her.
You look around now, and none of these people are blonde, and you realize that in the fight, none of them were blonde either. And he'll go, weirdly, there's no blonde people in our coterie.
No retainers or anything.
No, I mean, there might be, but I can't think of a blonde female off the top of my head. I wonder if Von Lindy thought you were pulling some kind of game on it, and then our fucking headquarters was compromised. That'd be bad. Well, less bad now. We don't actually operate out of there. But
It wasn't us. I wouldn't risk my neck to save her just to get rid of her.
sure,
But I very much would like to know where she is. Perhaps
I would also like to
this
know
is
she
how
was
we
my
could
friend.
help each other. We want to stabilize what we have and We don't think Don Sebastian can do that.
I don't know if he can or not.
He's too flashy, and the Anarchs have already won whether or not we like it.
What makes you say that?
The only person to stand between them is Don Sebastian. We've got word that mortals are of their own little section gunning for him. Sabat's gunning for him. Anarchs are gunning for him. How long do you think his little children are going to be able to keep him alive with all those people gunning for him?
Well, that's why he's got us, and we
And
captured some Sabat and took them to him, and then I watched him kill them.
I watched him kill them as well, and you're 100% certain they were Sabat.
They certainly acted like it when we got them.
Who told you they were Sabat?
Don.
Interesting. Tell me, you know Flicker's dead?
I think so.
See, because I have weird suspicions that, while the Sabat is active in the city, some of their activity may be the Don disguising his children as Sabat.
In
And I'm
order
worried
to
that he's
make more people run to him.
Yes. Take out his own that maybe wouldn't like him using Sabat tactics to stain the Toreador name, like Flicker. What I'm getting at here is you can't trust Don Sebastian, no matter what Von Lindy's saying.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion charisma. You think charisma or manipulation? I'm going to leave that up to you.
Okay.
You think it's... You're being honest. This is your God's honest truth. You're not lying. This is what you fervently believe, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, then I would say it's charisma, not manipulation. It's not a lie, so...
Okay. Stunning come into effect here?
100%.
Okay. Four successes.
That's good. That's good. He looks at you and goes... The worst part is I believe you. So what? What do we do then? What do you want from us? If Don Sebastian's blowing smoke up what's left of the Camarilla's ass in this city.
We helped take him out. We set a trap for him, get him to a certain spot. I believe we were talking about having all our enemies in the same spot, let them take care of each other a little bit, if we
Smart.
can pull it off. And then we wait. We pull in here, we make a deal with the Anarchs, and we let them bicker for a few years. Eventually, we all know they'll fall apart and bicker, and then we'll bring the Camarilla back.
Smart. Smart. I like it. So what's our part? What do you want from us? And he'll look around at his team, who are just kind of like sullen that they got beat. It looks like more than even that they're captured. These were very cream of the crop sorts of folk within their clan for what they were good at. And remember, these were the people who were assigned by Prince Landerhaven to ensure that no kindred got onto the Long Beach military section of the docks. And they're all just kind of like, fuck. But the only one who really seems to be speaking up is this one you're talking to now.
How would we lure the Don himself, not just his people, to us? Man.
But I mean, what do you have that he wants? That's what it's all about, right?
Me, I suppose. He does want me, I imagine, after I tried to kill him.
Well, there's a bloodhound on all of you, so I mean...
But I'm not sure that'll...
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't guarantee he'd come himself. Do we have anything he wants, Coterie?
I'm not there, but we had mentioned using Lisbeth as bait before.
Indeed.
Oh, we do have Lisbeth. Would he go for her?
He may. He seems weirdly infatuated with her.
Do you think you could convince him that Elizabeth would be in a factory about to make a deal with the Anarchs? That he would need to go himself?
I think that's possible. I would need to get Von Lindy on board, and he's gonna be a harder sell. What do you give him? I think you're right, and I think we as a group should hold up here, and that seems like a smart plan. But Von Lindy's gonna want something. He's an egotist. What'd he do?
Okay. Von Lindy's gonna want something. We can guarantee him territory within Long Beach, for sure.
Oh, interesting. That might be something.
And it's what we've been making for most of the people who want to remain Camarilla. It's the deal we've been giving them.
What do you mean, Sunset Strip?
Yeah.
Hills.
Yeah, Beverly Hills. Sorry, I've said the wrong place. But
Yeah, it's cool.
And we can... I've already told you I want to find Lola, myself. We can perhaps bring your coterie back together. Prove that we're friends.
Hey, Alexander, can you make a roll for me, please?
Okay.
All this talk of Lola.
Okay.
Can you make a resolve plus aspects plus 2 dice?
Sure. Resolve plus aspects?
Mm-hmm.
So, no second attribute, just...
Nope.
Okay.
Aspects, resolve, plus 2 dice.
Okay. Okay.
You have a good idea, actually, where Lola is, at least visually. You see ancient gray stonework. You see a cell. You smell incense. You see a votive candle flickering off in the distance. There's church bells maybe ringing above you somewhere. This is a cell. It is under a holy place. And it's somewhere in downtown.
I imagine there's only one church in downtown.
Yes.
And we've been there before.
Indeed.
I know where Lola is.
Well,
Do tell, Alexander.
I don't remember the name of the church. Me as a
it's-
player.
Yeah, I got you. Hang on.
Okay.
I have it in my notes. Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels.
I'm finally writing that down. Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels. Okay, so that's where she is. Somewhere, possibly in the basement. Somewhere in a cell, I imagine in the basement. That's going to be difficult.
We do have 2 of the toughest coteries on our side, I do believe, with Captain Mitchell back. And the people here. Do you think it'd be possible for us if we all work together to get Lola back?
Yeah, I think we got it. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, it's possible, but it's going to be dangerous.
This is, I think, a good time to slash cut to Calvin and Adra.
He's Adra.
yeah.
Do I know where he is?
Yes, he's on the top floor of the Miramar Hotel.
Don Sebastian is on the top floor of the Miramar Hotel,
Yeah, in Elizabeth's place.
and he wants me to come there.
What do you mean? Like,
I'm being called.
oh, hell.
I can't resist it for long. I have something he wants. It'll take me a little bit to go and dig it up.
Okay.
Do we have any explosives?
Probably. But let's not... Do you have to go alone?
No. I also am going to take precaution.
Okay, just hold on a minute. Let Selene finish and let's figure this out as a group.
I'm going to go to Hollywood Forever Cemetery very quickly. Or the Hollywood Cemetery.
Okay.
Do we have any shovels?
Yes, you have shovels.
I can't leave until I might not be able to fight it long enough.
Do you need one of us to come with you? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to help.
I know what you can do to help.
What?
I reach under my tongue and I pull out the toothpick.
Nice.
Calvin,
Yes.
what are you... No. Okay, maybe. Hold on a minute. What are you... What are you... Okay. In English, what are you saying I should do here?
This is terrible timing. I don't know if you stake me if it will break the effect or not.
I mean, I would imagine it would. If you're staked, you can't do anything. You're not really functioning.
That doesn't mean it would end the effect. I don't know enough about this.
No, but it might at least force you to not go. Who would know? Alexander would know, right?
If any of us.
Okay. Like I said, hold off a minute. Let them come out and we'll discuss it.
All right, I put
And
the
as you
toothpick
say that...
in my
Oh,
pocket.
go ahead. I'm sorry, Calvin.
I put the toothpick in my pocket.
Okay. As you slip the toothpick in your pocket, the camera pans up to the main doors, and Jamie, Chen, comes walking in.
Well, great.
I see you chose to redecorate further.
It's more defensible this way. How can we help you, Mr. Chen?
Well, I was going to come and inform you about some information regarding the Anarchs and also some personal investigation I was doing that I might convey to Silas since I'm here. You might want to sit down for the news.
It's only the two of them out there, by the way.
The others are downstairs dealing with some guests who crashed the party last night.
Oh.
I'm just trying to focus on this conversation, by the way. You can tell I'm a bit distracted.
Jamie's gonna notice that. Well, I regret to inform you that the city is slowly turning more and more to the Anarch cause. There are more independents who are shifting to the call of this revolt. And it would seem that things are not heating well for you if you choose to remain as you are.
Thanks for the warning, I guess. I kind of knew that already.
Our time is very short.
Yes.
I know where Don Sebastian is right now.
Do you?
Yes.
You feel two hands on your shoulder, Calvin. It's Gale.
Jamie's been remaining completely stone-faced about it the whole time.
Gale, thank God you're here.
Hello, my darling. How can I?
Gale, do you know a lot about vampires with the caw?
With the call, the beckoning, the summons of mighty voice. Indeed.
How do you stop it? Say, if a vampire under the caw were staked.
Yeah, that would work. While you're that would work while you're staked, though.
But if its stake was removed.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, it doesn't
It would
last
be
forever,
removed.
right? It lasts like a night.
The caw?
Yeah.
I can't afford a night.
You can afford a couple of hours.
I don't know that I could afford the damage.
Mm.
I could afford the damage. I just hate it.
How about you two talk this out, and I'm gonna finish talking to Jamie here. Let's go up to an upstairs room.
Let's
that
get everyone else together. Let's.
Well,
Mr. Friend, I would like to talk to the Anarchs at the first possible date.
Did Jamie have more to say? Sorry.
Oh yes. Do you have more?
Well, in regards to your query about speaking with more of the other Anarchs, it's slowly becoming out of my hands. They are rather upset, and it's no longer the reasonable voices. They're being drowned by the loud cries.
And we're too late to stop it.
Is there any way you could get me an audience with McNeil? I stepped in while Radiant was beating him. I failed. And I need to apologize for that failure.
I can try, but I cannot make many promises. Right now, they are looking for any Camarilla holdouts, and of course, as well as looking for Don Sebastian.
Then they should talk to the man who knows exactly where he's standing.
I will see what I can do for you. I cannot make any promises.
All right. What else do you got?
Well, I was in the middle of also investigating these reports about tuberculosis outbreak, but the lead has gone cold for the moment, and I am just concerned about all your safety.
The new sheriff came after us.
Well,
He did not succeed. And then his coterie is in our... Part of his coterie is currently in our basement talking to Selene.
well, you seem very capable.
Surprisingly, yes.
While you are capable, I do not think you can hold out against over 24 very angry kindred.
We might be able to if they were shovelheads, but these would not be. These would be Brujah.
Gale will speak up and go, can't we just work through you? You can talk to them, right? You seem to be logical and thoughtful and have a good head on your shoulders. If we work out something with you, can you take it to them?
I believe I can, but right now, most of the voices of this revolt seek really the end of the Ivory Tower.
Then we need to change our flag.
Yep. I agree.
Are you sure?
I have a cunning plan. Nothing
Jamie.
can go wrong.
Jamie eyes directly at Adra. Are you sure that is something you want?
Yes. if it is a choice between... The Anarchs will do what they do best. They want rebellion. They want what they want, and anyone that stands in their way is an enemy. We are not the enemy. We want to stop Don Sebastian. And yes, I probably want the Camarilla back at some point in the future, maybe when I'm a little less bitter about how everything's gone down. But now isn't the time. Clearly, the tides have changed. Clearly, it is no longer safe for us to stand as Camarilla. Regardless of where our loyalties truly lie, we need to raise an Anarch flag. We need to show that we're sympathetic, at the bare minimum. I don't see any other way that we're going to survive this without risking us being attacked.
Very wise words for someone who is of your lineage.
I know. Do I have much of a fucking choice, is my problem here.
Thing I'm most proud of is that you realize that.
I haven't had... We'll talk about this later.
I'm proud of you. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm just angry about a lot, but again, what fucking choice do I have? Let's all get upstairs. Selene and company can join us as well when they're ready, and let's reconvene, figure out our next moves. We've got a couple of things to figure out here.
Mr. Chen, are you any good with explosives? And then we can cut the scene there.
Okay. Selene, Alexander, and Silas, how do you want to proceed with the... do you want to talk to the rest of the coterie before letting them out, or do you want to let them out and then talk to the... Like, how do you want to roll that?
Let's talk to the rest of the coterie. Also, I like to picture us all just at the bottom of the stairs listening to all of this.
Yeah.
You know, like when your parents are having a serious conversation.
Yeah. I love it. All right, you're good to go up. Yep. Parents are done talking. You can head upstairs now.
Mom and Dad aren't fighting, but they're both serious?
Oh, God! The implications of that. No.
Anyhow, so yeah, let's go upstairs now and let them know.
You make your way back up and you see Jamie there.
Oh, good. How you been?
Damn it, Remy.
Death, check your DMs real quick.
Oh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a bad situation. The Don is calling me, and I will not be able to resist it much longer. I have something he wants, and I know exactly where he is.
Well, what does he want?
Something I buried for him a long time ago.
Which is?
A cat. No.
Maltese
not
feline.
It's green.
It's me! It's me!
He wants all the dead presidents.
Money.
Question, Cal.
So for Zoe.
Does he... Would he want this bad enough to bait a hook?
No, he's already reeling me in.
But if we stopped you from being able to bring it to him...
I've considered being staked.
I could help with that.
I know you do. I'd do the same for you.
Thank you.
Seems like the best plan, at least as a temporary measure. Perhaps we can get someone else to go and dig out whatever you need to be dug out from your cemetery, and at least that way we have what he wants and not give him anything at the same time. And that's one more thing to lure him to wherever we want him.
Which brings another matter. Von Lindy's 4 quarter members are on board.
Well, that's good.
But they want Lola back. And quite frankly, so do I. Didn't save her for her to be in the arms of some church, as Alexander has foretold.
So she's not. Oh, God. All right.
Punk-ass church full of punk-ass priests. That's what it is.
It's at the church that we tried to get into, Silas.
I would just like to say, real quick, the Onyx Path, the amazing authors of Mage 20, Vampire 20, Mage the Ascension 2nd Edition, Exalted 2nd Edition, Vampire, the new one that I can't remember, I just blanked on, are now hosting us, and that just fills my heart with all the warmth in the world. Thank you, Onyx Path, for your hosting us at the moment. The authors of a million amazing Chronicles of Darkness and story and World of Darkness books. Thank you so much for the host.
I love
Thank
Pugmire.
you.
We will have more Onyx Path published material coming up in April, actually, so that'll be fun. Okay. Anyways, let's continue.
When Walter Connolly died, I took the opportunity to hide something for Don Sebastian. This was in 1940. It was before things went south so hard.
I never suspected you, Calvin. I'm actually
This is
kind
why
of proud.
I was hoping they'd kill him.
Hey, should you be talking about this? And this is Gail, in front of, I love you, Jamie, you're really nice, and you seem very level, but you're also an anarch? And Kelvin here, and she like massages you, and I don't know that that's the smartest thing ever.
If we want to set a
Babe.
trap, though, we may need the anarchs.
We absolutely need the anarchs. They just don't know how much they need us.
Practically anarchs now, anyways.
You're right, I shouldn't have said where it is.
Hey, Jamie, you can keep a tight lip, right?
He nods. Yes, I can.
Feel better, Gail?
No. All right.
I trust Kelvin, though, so whatever he says goes.
Thank you, Gail.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Is this a plan?
What? What plan?
Which part? Blowing up the money, digging up the money,
No, we're digging.
going after Lola, or staking Calvin? Which part do you want to do first?
Damn it, I need to talk to the anarchs.
Do you need to do that now?
If I can't get McNeil, I'm certain I can get someone you know. Perhaps.
It's whoever would be authorized.
Well, I believe you know this person.
Would you like me to play 20 questions?
I believe her name was Sable.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm
Sable?
sorry, what?
Oh, yes. She has joined our cause.
Well, that just doesn't make any fucking sense.
So much for loyalty.
Sable's a hunter.
I did not hear much. I only heard bits. Apparently, there was something about a Gangro meeting and something about her child. And that's all I
Didn't
heard.
he join the Camarilla? Well, not that it matters, I guess.
Well, there are many who have been slowly converting over, or at the very least leaving town.
I just want
It's
to
fine.
be in that line before that line runs us over. Staking me is a bad idea. I will fight this as long as possible.
Where's the cemetery in regards to the church?
I believe they're different sides of the city.
Okay, I guess someone go digging and the rest of us go on a rescue mission. Is that what's happening?
Why?
Yep. Oh, go ahead.
You said something about explosive, yes, Mr. Calvin?
Yes, I would like to. I would like my next gift to Don Sebastian to be as debilitating as the first.
That sounds like a good plan. I'll speak to Smiling Jack.
Oh, also Don Sebastian tried to have him killed.
Well, I'm sure they will make it very personal of a gift. Is there anything else you wish for me to convey before I leave?
Jamie, anything you needed to talk to me about?
Well, that tuberculosis... Well, I haven't heard from them yet. I'm sure they will find me before anything. Just keep your head down.
Did you say yes? You said tuberculosis before,
Oh,
right? You couldn't find any leads.
It went cold.
Where? Just in downtown.
Yes, I believe that is correct. There's been some circulation of it, but it seems to spread very, very rapidly.
I don't know anything about diseases.
No, neither do I.
Does it seem odd, though, is the question.
It was
To
odd
any-
enough that Regina kept track of it.
Then it's worth us keeping track of it, too.
Unfortunately, Regina never found out what more detail, and I am not as skilled at information gathering as she is, or was.
Did Alexander pull anything off the map?
I haven't really looked at it. I haven't looked at it at all.
Okay. Do you want to look at it right now? Is that what you're saying?
I'd like to do some
Yeah.
preliminary investigation.
Yeah. So is Jamie sticking around or is he heading out?
He's going to head out if there's nothing keeping him.
Okay. Is he going to do an NPC handoff to someone else, perhaps, real quick? So we get all of that in before the break, all of the additional story that needs to happen, and then
We'll give it a couple of minutes so
Yeah.
that
yeah. Okay, there's going to be an NPC high five here in a moment. Okay, so you pull out the map and just make a wits investigation wits.
Sure. Plus anything?
Do you have any dots in medicine?
I have one.
So I'm going to use a neat little rule just because I feel like it. And I'm an innovator. There is a rule in Burning Wheel called forking, which is if you have a dot in a related skill, you can use it. You can use like a dot of it. And I think in this case, due to the fact that it is a medical thing that's going on, and yeah, take an extra die because you have some medical knowledge, so you can take an extra die. Yeah. Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna do some willpower.
You should
rerolls.
willpower that, yeah, because a BCL failure is like what? Like what?
What is this? What
You know,
is this?
That is nothing. That's just so 555.
Alexander just
That's
eats the map,
awesome,
apparently.
actually.
I'm
You
so
actually get.
upset.
You've had so many like breakthroughs. You just get fucking angry and like rip the map in half.
Well,
You're like, I can't figure it out. You're like staring at it for like 5 minutes, and you're like, what? No, you're still vampires. You're still beholden to the beast. Now roll me a d10, please.
okay.
Okay.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah, what did you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Okay. You need to feed now. You
I
need
need-
to feed. You just fucking need to eat. You're just
Okay.
like, the beast has risen up in you so hard that now is the time for you for feeding. Like, you're like, fuck that, I need to fucking feed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alexander just just tears the map in half, throws it to the ground, storms out. This is probably the most angry he's ever been in front of anybody. Like, this is not in character for him whatsoever.
No. It's a stressful time for the team.
It is stressful.
I quietly pick both sides of the map up. And I grab some sellotape. We'll look again later.
I mean, knowing him, he'd want to try again later, but...
Yeah, sure. But for now, you cannot suss out anything. And having the willpower roll fail as well just makes it even more angry making it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
very
go up
angry, incoherent, mumbling and raging. Shred the thing, leave.
And you were in the easiest place in the world to feed. So this is literally Sunset Strip at night in the summer with thousands of people out going to bars and restaurants in one of the richest places in America. So you will have no problem actually feeding. I'm not even going to make you roll because I don't want us to like overplay the feeding with literally 4.5 hours of gameplay left in the life of this game.
Sure.
So why don't you... What's your hunger at right now?
I'm at 4.
Okay, why don't you remove 2 hunger?
Okay.
All right, and you'll be knocked out for the rest of the scene, but we'll bring you back after. Cool?
No.
That's fine.
Okay.
Can
sorry, Go ahead.
Can I let our guests out of their cage so we can plan said rescue mission?
Sure.
They seem
Everyone cool with that?
amiable.
Mitchell will be like, I don't know that we should do this tonight.
Can it wait?
Well, I'm just looking at each of you. Calvin, you're under some sort of mindfuck. Silas is beat up. Selene's super beat up. We're had a really rough run-in and could use a night to rest. Because we literally just fought off 20 fucking shovel heads. Should we take a night to heal?
That's probably a good idea.
It
Do
may
we
just
have
help
a
to...
night?
I have always found that a moment of quiet contemplation before the storm comes allows you to weather it far better. You could rush off and do this moment, but I'm looking at each of us and saying we are exhausted. We are tired. We have made a lot of decisions. Perhaps one of who I always thought was one of the most stable of you literally ripped up a map, walked out in a rage. Perhaps we all need a moment. Maybe tonight we focus on Calvin's issue, and then we can come back stronger as a group
God.
the next evening.
How thin a piece of wood can you get in there?
I'm sorry, what?
Were you here for this? I thought you were. I need to go to Don Sebastian and I'm not going to be able to fight it all night.
Yes.
So
Yep.
if we remove
Who
my
wants to jab him?
equation, not yet. Not yet. But we now know something that he wants.
And as you say that smash cut to the door, who walks in Death by Mage?
Well, as through the doorway, several Asian men start walking through with handguns and Tommy guns drawn. They're wearing very nice slick suits, and about after 2 or 3 of them enter the room, a female silhouette emerges wearing a dark black dress with a gold dragon trailing down from the shoulder all the way to the bottom. And
I will stand up and bow slightly. Madam Ming, welcome to our fine establishment. If you had given a call, we would have been able to prepare. You've caught us at an inopportune moment.
I apologize. I was expecting a much more warm reception. But I see trouble must have stirred in your home. I apologize for coming in so unannounced, but some curiosities have been peaking in this city, and I thought I might indulge your curiosities.
Please have a seat. If you would like to. If you would prefer to stand, that is acceptable as well.
No, I will gladly take a seat.
I will sit on part of the bar that is not smashed. Like, there is smashed bar, and then, like, one stool, and then, like, two more stools, and I'm just going to sit on the first stool before smashed bar.
I will have to ask later for the tale of this redecoration. But I have come here for a very simple reason, Mr. Calvin. You have something of mine.
Do I?
As the ST, yes you do.
Statue?
I left it.
Oh, you
I
did?
didn't even move it.
Ah.
Madam Ming, I left it exactly where I told you I was going to leave it. Underneath that blanket, I don't want to touch it. Though, maybe, one of my people may have brought it here. Let me ask my staff. And if it is in the building.
Check your DMs real quick.
If it's in the building, I will ask my staff who moved my things. One of them may have touched it and brought it here. Reasonable?
No, actually, this is a twist.
Yeah.
This is
So-
a plot twist. No one brought it here, in fact.
Yeah, no one has brought it to me. It was intercepted by some individuals in what my men, or at least my recipient, described as priestly garb.
Fortune smiles upon us both.
So, to ensure that the ledgers are clear, Mr. Calvin, I am here to assist you in reclaiming my property.
Yeah, what do we get out of the deal? Says Gale.
Gale.
Seeming to not GAF at all.
Gale.
And Alexander, you can re-enter at this point as well.
Ming gets up from her seat and walks casually over Gale. Well, madam, I would bless
for fuck's sake.
this building with all the prosperity that is to be offered.
That's not a thing.
Gale. Shh. Gale.
You don't
Hello?
know anything you can tell us? Or, like,
Paging Gale Luckless.
maybe give us some security in this time of... I don't know.
Gale.
That can be arranged.
Is everyone deaf?
Gale is, Adra, please. Gale is a woman free to do as she pleases.
She needs to shut up.
Gale's not wrong. Madam Ming, we thank you for the offer of prosperity, but we need something slightly more tangible. We're not asking for anything major.
Well, I will tell you now that for the immediate issue of the retrieval of my stolen property, that I will provide assistance in whatever means I can. And should you choose to require the assistance of my security forces, I am more than happy to indulge. But there will need to be something for that.
I believe that what you ask is always the highest possible price in a very shrewd negotiation, and in the past I have been too afraid to question it. You keep asking for the moon. We only have hills to give.
Hollywood.
I would gladly enjoy this domain. And besides, Mr. Calvin, if you stack all the hills on top of each other, you can believe that it will touch the moon.
But you're asking for our domain. Is that what you're asking for? Because that's clearly not going to happen.
If not the domain, then perhaps a partnership.
Between you and I?
Yes.
What would this entail?
Well, you see, you are all very capable individuals, and I'm always searching for capable individuals. Your connections with the Hollywood stardom has very interesting applications. And your friend, the detective, is also very useful to me.
I'll look over at Silas. Is Silas giving me the Jamie Chen stone face, or is he...
Like father, like son.
I cannot... I think you will find my detective's rates are quite reasonable.
Excellent.
And I would be more than happy to discuss some of my Hollywood contacts with you.
Then I believe we have an agreement.
And on that, we're going to take our first break for the evening. And we'll be back in just a moment with the second half of tonight's penultimate episode of A Crusade of Thorns, Camarilla. I really just like saying penultimate. And I do. It's one of the best words ever. And as always, we'd like to thank our Patreon supporters by showing a big list of their names in between on break. So I'm going to do that too. So we'll be back in just a few minutes as it's cat feeding time for me. And probably bio time and stuff like that. You needed to know that a lot, I'm sure. Okay, we'll be right back. Bye.
I'm just going to freak out a little. Don't worry.
Sergeant First Class Mark Wood.
Coming back, team. Coming back. And we're back with the second half of tonight's episode. Crusade of Thorns, Camarilla, a noir vampire tale chronicle thingy. Cool. So, we left with Ming talking to Calvin and Silas and the team about maybe working together and having a more solid relationship in the future. So we'll cut back to the team, along with Gale and Captain Mitchell, sitting around a couple of tables in the center of this empty club with like a stage up at one end and a crushed bar at the other, and throw it back to the team.
I can leave you, Mr. Calvin, with at least a dozen of my guards, if that is satisfactory.
I believe that will do. Thank you.
Very well.
Your gifts have been more useful than I originally anticipated.
Well, then I will give you another gift, Mr. Calvin.
Alexander.
Go ahead.
Well, you see, in my investigation regarding the thieves who stole my property, I had learned that they also seem to have an individual in their stow, one that might potentially be of interest to you.
Oh, excellent.
I believe they are one of yours. And she eyes the other coterie that's there.
This is... Thank you, Ming. This is another wonderful gift.
Yes, well, unfortunately, this gift is well protected.
I'm sure it's as well protected as yours.
Yes, and
if they know what it is.
I believe they might. So, to ease your traversal through those very dangerous terrain, I have an item to give you.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
One of the men comes over and has a very polished dark wood box, and then she opens it and retrieves what looks like a turtle shell. It's been glossed over, and there's also gold inlay and also various Chinese characters written on each of the sections of the shell. And she hands it to you, Calvin.
Is this given with... is this given in... I do not suspect this gift is given in malice. I say, very specifically. And I take it.
She smiles and grins. No, it is not. This will
Like
allow
twice,
you...
it's not given in malice.
This gift will allow you to break through whatever veils and wards are behind those walls.
We shall put it to the best use possible.
But be careful. Anyone who's not strong of will may suffer an agonizing pain. And for my last offering to all of you here, I would like to give you a fortune reading, if possible.
Please do.
All right, I actually have to roll for this. Okay, I actually get to roll for stuff. That's rare. It's so rare for me. Oh, geez. Let's see. Okay, where is this? All right. Oh, yeah, here it is. You would think I actually know what I'm doing. None. Ooh, wow, that's a lot. That's gonna be it.
I believe you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one. So she walks over to Selene, and she opens her. She gestures for you to open your palms to her again. She looks at it. The stars seem to guide you well, and you have more miraculous feats to perform for us this night and soon after. So mechanically, you get to add 1 die to a future dice pool of your choice in an upcoming scene.
Nice.
Jaded Fate. It's a chi rights, folks. Check it out on the Equation and Adipose beta rules that I wrote for 5th edition. She's gonna do this a couple more times, and so we're just gonna do a reroll here. Okay. So she walks over to Adra next. And she gestures for you to open your palms. Do you?
I do.
She looks at it curiously for a moment. And her eyes kind of concave a little bit. And then, for the first time, none of you have ever seen this, her eyes change color, and it seems very cat-like in appearance now. And she just looks back, and then she looks straight at Adra's face. I see a great destiny of a king inside you. You may yet prove to be a great star in the night, or a great terror to come. I look forward to seeing where you will fall.
Thank you.
And because it's a crit for you, Adra, it's going to be 2 dice to add to a future dice pool roll of your choice in the next upcoming scene.
Damn, thank you.
She walks over to Alexander. Damn.
That's a double crit. That's 8 successes on 4
Get
dice right there.
Well-
That's normally Alexander's rolls.
Yeah.
Well,
Very fitting.
very fitting. Ming walks over to Alexander and gestures for him to extend his palms.
He seems hesitant, but we'll give his hands.
I see. Oh. You are definitely another chosen child of destiny. You have a great future ahead of you, and I sense knowledge of great value within you and what is to come for you.
Roll a resolve plus aspects, Alexander, with 3 extra dice.
Resolve plus aspects. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You see a very similar scene to the vision you had prior. But you now stand in a library. Small. Stone wrought. The sound of church bells above you, the flickering of votive candles, and the smell of incense in your eyes are taken to a folio. A leather folder full of parchments. And bound on the side, it says, in a language you don't immediately recognize, yet can somehow still read, is A Tale from the Times of Nod. You see and realize in this moment, not only that the Book of Nod is in the basement of the Our Lady, the Church of Our Lady of the... What? It's really long. The church. But there is a vast trove of information there, should you be able to acquire it.
Oh. Interesting.
It's a double premonition. I see what my seer sees.
Yeah. And then Ming walks over to Silas and extends and gestures for him to open his palms. Well.
Did Alexander get 2 dice on his
you
next
get
roll
2 dice as well,
Yeah.
Alexander. Yep.
Oh, 2 dice.
2
Okay.
dice. Silas, you're also getting 2 dice. So let me give you your reading. You are a survivor. One who has always found a way to get through the most difficult of times. You will persevere. You survived then. You will survive now. And I sense that there is a brewing storm in your blood as well. And she then kind of glances over at Adra. I wonder who will take the crown in the end. And she kind of smiles back at you, Silas. So, reminder, you get 2 dice for a next upcoming dice pool of your choice in an upcoming scene. And she walks over to Calvin. And now, Mr. Calvin, if you would so please. You're muted.
Where's Gale at the moment?
Standing right
Do me
behind you.
next.
Just
I-
hovering.
I look up at her.
Yeah.
Okay. And I put out my hands.
Oh. Okay.
You don't get a crit.
I think that was enough. I see our futures are going to be quite entwined, Mr. Calvin. But you will indeed prosper in our partnership to come. And I promise you, you will get what you want.
I tend to.
And Kevin, you get 1 dice to add to a future dice pool roll of your choice in a scene.
Okay. And when I say I tend to, I'm going to put my hand where Gale has her hand on my shoulder.
You feel her hand shudder a little.
Though anyone who can see Calvin's face sees that it might not exactly be genuine.
Because you're a horrible human being.
I'm the Ventrue.
Yes.
And she steps back from all of you. She bows. I look forward to our future partnerships. May your evening prove to be fortuitous for us all.
Mine's going to pass very quickly, I believe.
Indeed.
And Silas stands behind me doing that.
And Ming will graciously step back and start walking out of the club. And there's still more guards you hear outside walking behind.
I'm sorry, is she walking backwards out of the club?
No. I could.
Where's my theremin? There's just some random guy on stage playing a theremin.
Yes.
It's one of the Marischal.
Yeah. Gail will be like, so do we work for her or the Anarchs?
Neither. We work for ourselves.
Okay.
Gale,
Is
she needs
In another
me
way,
alive, Gale.
boat.
She needs me alive.
Okay.
is Ming gone?
Yes.
Can someone please lock the damn doors or barricade them somehow? Someone please just do something. Everyone keeps
Right.
walking in.
We'll go do that.
I don't
Thank
know. I
you.
think the lack of an
Thank
open door
you.
policy is what we've had trouble with in the past.
2 questions. Everybody,
Yes.
where's Lisbeth?
Upstairs.
And where's Hyacinth?
Here. They're both here.
Okay, good. Because
Yeah, it's just you have a group with you, and so whoever you need to call on. It's like camp in a Dragon
Oh,
Age campaign.
you
You
know,
just click
yeah,
on the
right.
NPCs you need to talk to, and they'll show up.
I just wanted to make sure we hadn't lost Hyacinth somewhere.
Nope.
Shit. I probably shouldn't go with everybody.
No, but you do need backup.
Are you... Mitchell, say, are you going to Don Sebastian?
No,
Okay.
but
Yes.
I pull out a stake.
You hear Gale draw in breath. Can I do it?
Gale, my darling.
Can I do it?
As long as you promise to pull it later.
Oh my god!
Oh, the phrasing on that was so bad. I apologize. Kevin apologizes for that phrasing. He didn't mean it to be that creepy.
I can do it? She pulls out a stake. It's got a little silver tip on the back of it.
I look her dead in the eyes and be like, "Can you do it?"
And pulls out a mallet from her bag.
Anybody have like a marker just to?
You don't want to ruin your shirt. Unbutton that.
No, we're gonna go upstairs and handle that. We're not gonna do it right here. Thank you.
I think we should do it right. It's better when people watch.
Either you two go upstairs or I'll do it. God!
So I leave instructions. I'm gonna give some instructions to people. Someone. Actually, I'm gonna call up my Paula, my other ghoul. That no one knows about.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Hey. So you work at Boeing, right? Can you get me a couple of, say, as a crate if possible, but just a few of those. You know when they like send planes off, they're wearing those big earmuffs, the ones that sound. I could use a bunch of them.
Okay. Where do you want me to send them?
To the club. I also need you to I need you to dig something up for me.
What?
Okay, never mind. I'll have someone else take care of that. But I do need those earmuffs. If you could bring them to the club gala.
Yeah, I can do it.
Just leave them with the staff there. Thank you so much.
Of course. How many do you need?
Let's see. 1, 2. Let's say 12 if that's possible.
Yeah.
6 if not.
I think I can get you 12. Yeah. I hesitate to ask what for.
We're going to be near some loud things we don't want to hear. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I'll bring up. I can probably get him to you. Somebody on the third shift can probably run him over.
That'd be fantastic.
Okay. Yeah. I'll make a phone call.
You're doing an amazing job. How's work? And then I talked to her a little bit about how things are doing in her life.
Fine.
I'm sure you tell her to knock first.
She wants to see you. She's looking forward to one day being a movie star and getting out of the doldrums of her corporate life.
Do you speak Chinese?
No?
Okay, never mind. Just a thought.
Okay.
All right, have a wonderful, wonderful day.
All right, bye, doll. Click.
Click. All right, so that's handled. I need someone to go get that money. Ravi?
Yeah.
Perfect.
If you know where that money is, right? You heard it?
Yeah.
I don't... Ravi, I trust you to bring as much of it to me as you can.
I think that's a perfectly fair thing to ask me. Do I have any company, or do you just want me to go by myself?
I'm not going with you. Does anyone want to join him? Would you like a security escort?
Well, fine. I don't like any of you either. I'll go. Yes, give me one of your security mooks.
Okay, fine then. Ravi, thank you.
Of course. Fine. And then he goes off with one of the security mooks.
She'll make it up to him later.
What if Chen comes through while I'm staked? Sends an anarch to come speak with me.
We can tie you to a chair and unstake you.
Yeah, because that's the real position of power you want to
Well,
negotiate.
ventriloquist.
If that happens, Gale,
Yeah,
please awaken me.
of course.
I think I'll be safe with Gale here and the normal security. I don't know
Yeah.
that I'd be much use to you on the mission with this hanging over me and continuing to inflict upon me.
We weren't planning on waiting, correct? We did decide that we were going to wait and try to heal up.
Is that
Well,
possible with
The suggestion.
Ming's people? Will Ming's people wait a night?
He says yes. Death by Mage says yes.
Okay, then yes. Then hell, tomorrow I'll come with you.
We'll find cots for all of them too.
I think they can go home and come back. That's probably...
Hey, Adra,
Yep.
can you make a...
Uh-oh.
please hold. Composure plus intelligence roll.
Okie dokie. Why can't I find intelligence? Hold on. There it is. Found it. Any modifiers?
Nope.
3 successes.
Don Sebastian would very much like you to come talk to him this evening and bring your boon companion Calvin along.
What the hell?
You may take an aggravated willpower to ignore that summons for the scene.
Where is this coming from?
Don Sebastian.
But how is he?
It is the assumption that you, having been here for more than a year, have met Don Sebastian at least once in person, which means you have been under the use of His Majesty at least once in person, which means he can summon you.
Great.
Yes.
He can
Listen,
go fuck himself. No,
I'm gonna-
what is it? An aggravated damage?
You may take 1 aggravated willpower damage.
Lisbeth, is there a way, like,
Yes.
you could summon us?
He's,
Or would that just suck worse?
I think it would suck worse. I think you'd want to come to both of us at the same time, darling.
I'm always happy to be around you.
I'm sure that seems to be a new development, but I'm glad.
I was... Okay, yes. I thought you picked up on the sarcasm and we were going to have banter.
Sorry,
Okay,
I'm a bit
sorry.
shaken
Been a
this
bad night
evening.
for me. Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Of course. So what happens next, team?
Well, I'm off to bed.
Are you muted, Adra? It looked like you said something, but then didn't.
No, I was
Okay.
just chuckling to myself.
Okay. Yeah. So Gale will take you by the hand and lead you upstairs.
Yeah.
And she will lay you down and straddle you with this look of just ridiculous glee as she unbuttons your shirt and, like, very precisely places
Wait.
the- What?
Let me take off the suit jacket.
Sure.
Like, I'll just go naked.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
She's like, oh, that's even better. All right. And she takes out the top of this mallet, actually, where you hit it, or the top of this stake, is actually has a silver thing on it that kind of keeps it from shattering. And she pulls out the mallet and she very expertly places the stake directly over your heart. And with a single blow of the mallet, you stop. And the whole time she's just like making Daddy Calvin eyes at you. As if this is the greatest thing that's ever happened.
I have no reaction.
Yeah, well, of course. You are, for all intents and purposes, dead for the moment. And then we cut back to the rest of the team, where things are less creepy. What happens next, team?
Has Adra told us that she's being summoned as well?
No.
Now that Calvin's gone, I just felt a summons too.
All right, well, I can stake you too. I won't make it as weird. Can't promise no weird, but
Certainly less.
vast degree less.
Yeah.
But I get the feeling he's just going to keep going down the chain till somebody comes, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Do I know that it's like anybody who's been under
Yes.
his control? Okay.
Yeah.
So that would include me and Selene.
That would include everybody here. Everybody. Indeed.
Okay.
You've all at one point or another have been here long enough to have met him, and he always uses Majesty at the beginning of an Elysia to just like make everyone pay attention.
Okay.
And so you've all been under a presence effect from him, and thus are able to be summoned.
Okay, so we're all victims to this. I mean, we're all going to have to be staked.
That. Damn it.
We don't heal while we're staked, do we?
I was
Nope.
gonna say, like, this isn't like a nice night of sleep, is it?
No, this is shit. I'm going. At least that way the rest of you can stay the night.
That is a very bad idea, Adra.
I know, but do I have a better idea than... Do we have a better plan than that? He's just gonna keep calling each of us.
And when you show up without whatever it is you want, and without Calvin, it's not going to buy us much time.
No, but at least it buys us something. What else can we do? I'm just gonna look around at the entire room because there's a whole bunch of people here, but...
Well, Hyacinth will say I have no way to protect you from this. Lisbeth will be like, I'm not as socially powerful with the arts as Don Sebastian, though I am quite powerful, just so you know. And Captain Mitchell will be like, why don't I don't... This is problematic, and the reason we could just go there with a lot of people and give him what he wants to the face.
Summon an army and march on his...
On his property, he'd see us coming.
Much. I mean, he's the only... I'm pretty sure the only way up to Elizabeth's penthouse is elevators. It's not a sound plan at all.
I'm just telling you what options we have.
Which is nothing.
Well, no, I'm always up for a fight if we need it, and it seems like sometimes you're forced into a position, sometimes you get to choose the position, and he has this card.
If I go by myself, I have nothing. Right?
Indeed.
Like, it's just it'll frustrate him, it'll waste time, it'll kill time for him, it'll give you all time to heal. And I can tell him where to meet us, with everything he wants. I can deliver the message straight to him.
I weirdly, and this is Captain Mitchell, goes, we've been looking for a way to... That's actually not a bad idea. Silas?
Can't think of anything better. I don't like her going alone. Can you go with her?
I know I'll be stopped.
You're pretty banged up too, aren't you?
I'm a little banged up.
All right.
No offense, Adra, but if that's your plan, perhaps maybe I should suggest that I go instead.
I think you should stay here, given your current state.
You got smushed real recently.
That is true.
He'll
I
rip
can
you
go-
apart. He will
I
rip
can go
you-
with Adra.
I would rather... I get it, but I also think I should go alone. It'll be more frustrating for him. He'll get absolutely none of what he wants. Let's not give him an opportunity.
He gets you, and I'm sure he wants you, Adra.
I know he does.
My concern is you're not exactly always tactful when you
I
need
know.
to. And you're going to need to be.
I know. What do you want to do? Give me a script or a checklist?
It really goes so well.
But you're not Silas. I'm not that concerned. But I stand in front of you, proof that one slip up could be bad.
I know. I'm not doing this lightly. I'll be careful.
You're the boss.
I wish I wasn't. Everyone stay safe.
First, may I suggest then, if you're going to go, perhaps you should call your criminal contacts, spread the word of where we want Don Sebastian to be,
Yep.
as we had previously discussed.
Yeah, I'll do that first. And she's, gonna make phone calls. All three of them.
Yep.
Fang. So anyone in the Chinese community, Ace, Biker Gang community, and the other one whose name I forget, who is part of the mafia?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she'll just kind of, pass on the word to them, so that they have an idea of where things are kind of headed. She'll also kind of give Ace's crew a little bit of a heads up that she's headed into something dangerous.
Okay.
At the Hotel Miramar. They're probably not going to be able to do anything, right? But having someone around in the background, a bike to hop on as a getaway might be nice.
Yeah, no, that's great.
So she'll do all of that first. And then she'll kind of look around the room and, she might die. So she's going to just kind of look at everyone and go, okay.
Uh-huh.
Any last words?
Try not to die.
I'll try.
Yeah, Alexander's going to put a hand on her shoulder and just say, good luck.
Thank you. You're all true friends. Remember that. And she'll leave.
Adra,
Yeah?
you make your way out of the Cafe de Gal. Down Sunset Boulevard, under the neon lights, the bright street lights flashing as the driver takes you down to the coast, where you can smell the sea air and hear the seagulls that night. As you pull up in front of the Hotel Miramar, you can hear the waves crashing on the shore just 100 yards away. And you also hear a motorcycle revving in the back. You make your way up. The elevator doors open, and one of the windows has some sort of thick plastic over it that constitutes the one wall of this suite that looks out over the ocean. But it is in every other way untouched and looks like it was when Lisbeth was here. Gorgeous furniture and this kind of gold lame, not lame, but gold filigree sort of feel to it. And walking out of one of the doors as you enter is Don Sebastian. I'm glad you came.
My prince. It is an honor to be in your presence.
I believe I requested your friend Calvin as well, didn't I?
He is unable to move.
Smart. Please have a seat.
She'll sit.
Let us start with this. Your friend Calvin owes me a good deal of money. Money that could be used to do right by this city. If you know where it is, we could cut out the middle kindred, and I could send my people to find it right now.
I believe he said it was at the Delawood Oleum Margarine Factory.
Make a subterfuge manipulation.
Yep. My roll 20 would corroborate. There we go. No modifiers. Do.
No. 1 second.
Yep.
You might have some extra dice.
Yeah.
You do have 2 extra dice if you so choose.
I'm gonna hold tight for a second.
Okay. I'm making his roll.
Damn it.
He'll lean in and go. You are in no position to lie to me, girl. You are on the thinnest of ice. That you are not dead purely by the poison in your blood. For that you should consider yourself lucky.
Understood, my prince.
Do
I am
not
sorry.
lie to me again.
Very well.
Speak plainly now. Where is the money?
He said something about a cemetery.
Are you telling all you remember honestly? Or are you telling a half-truth?
It's a half-truth. He said something about a cemetery.
Alright, please for me make a... intelligence plus resolve. Intelligence plus resolve roll.
Okay. I'm gonna add 2 dice to this.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, I did not mean to make a rouse check there, sorry.
Mm-mm.
That doesn't seem right. Did it roll those dominate dice twice? Hang on a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should only be /R. I don't want to cheat you, so we're gonna do that, and then we go.
Did it include the blood potency dice?
It may have. There we go. 6 successes. There we go.
Yeah, that wasn't. No.
Okay, this is the last time I'm asking, and you feel his voice penetrate into your brain, as if you were being dominated. You will now tell me truthfully where the money is hidden. And you are compelled to do so.
It's in a cemetery downtown. It's called. What's it called?
Was the Hollywood Cemetery.
Yeah.
The Hollywood Cemetery.
What plot?
He didn't say that. I swear on my life he didn't say that. Did he say that?
He did.
Oh. So then I would tell him, I guess.
Okay.
Walter Connolly's grave.
Walter Connolly. Okay. Walter Connolly's grave.
Good. Now, shall we have a civil conversation, one in which we do not dissemble I so dislike untruths?
Very well.
Good. You seem to have staked a claim, Beverly Hills, have you not?
Beverly Hills is mine. It was given to me by my sire.
And in this incredible flash of violence, you see him smash his fist through the table, and he says, "Nothing is yours! Unless I say it is so. Presumptuous whelp." Do not sit before your elders and dare to claim domain without their permission.
Okay. I'm just saying, it was given to me by my sire.
Your sire has no, and he will use awe. Your sire? You mean your grandsire?
Yes, my grandsire.
Who no longer is here, has given up praxis, and therefore has no right to claim any domain at all? That's who's given it to you? Are you so unschooled in the ways of the Camarilla to not understand how we work?
I am well aware, but I am allegiant to my prince.
You are you? Who is your prince? Adra.
Should I really answer that? We both know the answer here.
Who is your prince?
I am.
He starts to chuckle. Ventrue, you are so presumptuous always. I am impressed by, what do they call it these days? By your moxie. Yes. It's fun to see, but now we are going to have a deeper conversation. And he looks directly into your eyes, and I would like you to make a composure plus intelligence check.
If I can find it. Okay, there it is. Intelligence and composure. Do my dots for fortitude count here?
Only if you have the mind thing.
No, I have defied Bane. Darn.
Yeah,
I should have done the other one. Wow,
Okay.
What is with these dice?
Yeah. I would like you to take 7 superficial willpower damage.
Okay.
And if that removes all of your willpower, you are now at -2 dice on all social tests. As he begins to talk to you about the weakness of the Ventrue. You and your people are powerless except for what others give you, and I give you nothing. You know you are powerless. You feel it within you that you stand on the shoulders of giants and take what they create, and create a lie. A lie that is propped up by the willingness of others. A willingness that I do not give you. For you are weak. You are a child. Your blood is pointless. Your blood is poison. Your sire knew it, and that's why he no longer exists.
You know nothing about my sire.
Feel very unwilling to do much resisting if you have no willpower points left. You This is essentially, I've used the power called Dementation, which after a scene's worth of conversation allows him to do a number of willpower points to you. When your willpower is reduced to none, it essentially, I will read this. A vampire, you are impaired by this power. You will immediately succumb to a compulsion as chosen by me. And let us take a look.
5, 6, 7. 7 superficial willpower damage? Okay,
Yes.
just wanted to make sure I got that right.
Is that enough?
She only had 4 willpower.
Okay. 1 second. That's a critical bestial failure. Oh, yeah, right? Isn't that right? Yeah, here we go. And you will suffer from the paranoia compulsion. They're
Okay.
after you. Your own coterie want to feed off you. They know that you are a liar, that you stand on the reputation of someone else. Think about it. Even Calvin wasn't strong enough to come with you. Your paranoia is true. What you believe about him, what you believe about your coterie is real. They don't trust you. They don't believe in you. They only use you as a figurehead. You claim yourself as prince, but what power do you have? Some gangs. Selene wields great power within Hollywood. So does Calvin. Alexander holds a huge bat with the LA Times. Silas is one of the most influential kindred among the police. Why would they choose you except as a false front? You are being used. They will consume you.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. I don't know what to do.
I am your safety. Here, you will be well. I need a seneschal. Someone with credibility.
And I still have no,
You can attempt, so you are not under any compulsion to say yes, but he has implanted in you a paranoia that if you found the roleplay convincing, would lead you to believe that your own coterie is not your friends, and is now offering you safe haven, while you're feeling very paranoid.
Shoot. Yeah, okay.
So I leave that choice to you, given that field of information in front of you of how you would respond.
Fuck. But at heart, she still knows that she hates him, right?
You know that you hate him, but you also know that you want to feel safe.
Yeah. She's gonna go. My prince, you honor me with your offer. I am not worthy for the position. I just want your protection, please. But don't make me seneschal. Everything that I've done is for nothing. Nothing. I am no one.
He will kneel down in front of you and go, "My dear girl, you are safe here. Come now." And he will embrace you.
She'll hug him reluctantly.
Do not worry. I would ask only that you return to your coterie. And he will look you directly in the eyes, and he will begin to whisper something to you that I will tell you out of character in a DM after game. But now that he has you at this point, he is going to talk to you about the greatness of the Camarilla and how it must be defended and how you believe that. But none of this is the actionable part. This is just more of him attempting to brainwash you. The actionable part, I will DM to you. So no one sees it and it's a surprise, should it ever come up.
Damn it. Okay.
So, and he'll stand back up, sit on the couch across from you, go, my dear Adra, it would be worth the doing to bring your people and those who are with them back into my fold. I have a blood hunt called on you and your people, but for 2 nights. I will rescind it to give you the time to bring your people here. I will not be here tomorrow evening, so...
Where will you be, my prince?
That is no business of yours. But 2 moonrises from now, come to me here, and we will walk together in a new day for the Camarilla together.
Long may the Camarilla reign.
Long may they reign. You may go with my blessing and my protection.
We shall leave. How long does this hold? The paranoia. Is this like a permanent state of paranoia now, or
it
like?
Will last you the rest of the night.
Okay.
He kind of like double suplex mind whammied you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll get back in the car and come back. She's not gonna look for Ace or anything like that.
All right. And so this took about an hour. What is the team doing, other than Calvin, who is sleeping tightly? What is the team doing during this time?
If it's purely downtime, I'm going to write a letter.
Ooh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Alexander's pretty convinced that things are not going well, so it's more of a just-in-case letter to Adrian.
Okay.
But it's probably going to be in a code, so there's probably going to be a sheet with a code breaker on it as well. Just nothing too complicated. Something that if something happens, both will be in their places. He wants to deliver the uncoded letter, though, or have it delivered to Adrian's house.
Oh, okay. Awesome. What does it say?
I'll write that up.
Okay.
I have ideas, but
okay.
I'll write it up.
I'd love to see it once you have it written up.
I'll make a note for myself, because I do have ideas, but I'd rather write it up.
Awesome. Selene. What are you doing? You got about an hour and a half downtime.
I can talk to Silas. Silas, so we have in place several pieces of the trap we discussed. Can you use your contacts to send up the chain to get some very specific feds where we'd want them?
I could make some suggestions. Where are you thinking? The problem is, once I make that call, that's about as much control as I'm going to have over him.
I know. That's all we need. If we put out word, all we need to do is get Don Sebastian where we want him. To the factory that Elizabeth suggested.
Yeah, I'll make the call when we're sure of the time. I don't want to pull this trigger any sooner than I have to.
Yes, that is a good idea. I just wanted to make sure that we could trigger that part.
Okay. So I will call Sally? Sally.
Yeah. Hey, boss.
This doesn't need to be a whole thing. Listen, I'm giving you the heads up now that I'm going to give you a heads up later that our federal friends may want to check out a certain area at a certain time.
I like it. Done.
After
You tell me
that,
when.
I want you to take a long weekend.
Are you going to be okay?
I don't actually know which day this is, but...
No, that I understand. Are you going to be okay?
If it goes well, maybe. If it goes any other way, probably not.
Okay, boss. Is there anything
Get
we
your
can do?
ducks in a row, and while you're at it, get mine.
Okay. Is there something we can do?
Wait for my call. Meet me at the place where we did the thing the one time.
Done.
And if I don't call, go see your ma for a while.
Gotcha, boss. Take
One
care,
more
okay?
thing.
Yeah.
Hang on, one more thing. Can you quick ferry over some municipal plans for me?
Where?
The Church of the...
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, sooner the better.
Done.
I want plans of the building. I want plans of the street below.
You got it.
All right, good
All
girl.
right. Okay. Having done all of this, Adra comes back. Adra, also please check your DMs.
On Discord?
Yes.
Okay. I probably need to read that first. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Adra is gonna kind of walk in. Probably looks like she's been crying a little bit in the car.
Dried blood.
And is gonna kind of look around very scared and just kind of scurry up to her room as quick as she can. She's completely avoiding speaking to anyone.
I don't think that's a good sign. I don't think she should be here. I was not expecting her to come back at the very least, and I'm very suspicious. Who wants to talk to Adra?
Imagine Alexander's in his room, so he wouldn't have noticed her come in.
Okay. So it's just me and Silas?
Right now, I mean, you can grab Alexander. I mean, if you want the whole gang there. And Calvin's staked corpse.
Just so you can give the hard stare.
Yeah.
Do you think
All right.
we should probably get Alexander for this? Do you think?
I feel like it'll save some time later, sure.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go get Alexander. So,
All right.
Here's the thing. Adra's back, and I don't think any of us were expecting her to be back anytime soon.
Oh, definitely not.
So we're all in agreement that this probably isn't good.
I don't think good was ever on the table, but
Throck, is it reasonable to expect that Don Sebastian could have done something mental to her? Like he would have done
left
to
You would
Lisbeth?
have to talk. None of this you can ascertain without actually talking to Adra.
No,
haven't
I
seen-
wouldn't know
yeah.
for sure, but could I just make a safe assumption that perhaps it's an option?
I mean, it's definitely an option. He's an Elder
Okay.
Toreador. He has the powers of mind whammy.
I'll offer to talk to her. I can go.
Okay. You do that.
Going to very quiet, well, not quietly, but, softly knock at her door. Adra?
Go away.
Is the door locked?
Probably not. She probably didn't
Okay.
even think to lock it.
He's going to let himself in and close the door gently. He doesn't want to make this into anything bigger than it needs to be. He's going to come close, but not too close, and maybe sit down. Is there a chair or something that he can sit down in?
Yeah, Adra's got a
Okay.
pretty nice room where there's probably like a bed and some chairs and stuff.
What happened with Don Sebastian?
It was dead. He knew I was lying to him. I didn't manage to do anything. It was horrible. I don't want to talk to you, Calvin. I just want to be left alone, please.
I'm not Calvin.
Or Alexander, sorry. Gee.
overwhelmed.
No. The Freudian slip of the century, shit, man.
I think that fits, though. I think it fits.
I think it does. I think she's kind of lost her
I
marbles.
can only see glasses through my tears.
He's gonna nod and say, I understand you probably don't want to talk to me. It seems like this was very distressing for you.
You also know, Alexander, you have Auspex 3 power called Scry the Soul.
I do.
Just reminding you that you are able to ascertain certain facts.
Actually, I
about people.
don't.
You
I
did. That's like the
don't.
best Auspex power.
I know, but it seemed too invasive. I should have
Fair
taken
enough.
it.
I like that you played to character. Yeah,
I
you're
played to
consensually-
something. I feel like that would be too invasive, so
Okay.
I didn't take it.
Okay, never mind.
So I'm just trying to judge based on how we're talking. What's going on?
Empathy wits.
Empathy wits.
Yeah.
Is there an empathy or is
Isn't
it insight?
Empathy? Oh, is it empathy? Oh, it's empathy in V20. I was working on some conversions for a project that's coming soon. Coming soon. But no, it is in fact insight wits. That is correct.
Excellent. Okay. Do I add anything or no?
I'm gonna give you two dice for familiarity.
All
being
right.
that you have known Adra for a good long time. Someone crushed her will. Like, she has been broken. As if someone, dived into her psyche and was, picking through it with tweezers to find the weakest parts and expose them to the world.
Okay.
Which is obvious to you, even though you cannot pinpoint it through any supernatural way. Actually, if you would like to spend a willpower to try and get one more success,
Sure.
I feel like this requires a critical. Yeah, okay. So you got 5, which is an outstanding success, and that means that you know, both through your expert research into the vampiric condition, through your knowledge of Adra and through the way she's acting right now, someone used some serious disciplinage on her to kind of rip apart her psyche.
Okay. That's going to make things a little bit different, or his approach a little bit different. I'm imagining I don't know any way to repair it other than time, right?
Time, you are concerned that there is more in there than just being beat up, though. You don't know what, but it is definitely a concern that you have. Just sitting here talking with her, you're concerned that, vampires do. She's obviously been pulled apart, but why would you pull somebody apart unless you want to do something with them? Right?
And, she'll keep talking about how she's, no one. She's nothing. It doesn't matter. This whole thing was pointless. It's just this...
But also remember that you think that the only safety right now is in Don Sebastian.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So maybe some of that, but also mixed with a little bit of, I don't even know why I'm telling you this. I don't trust you. Do you know what I mean? It's just kind of this crazy ramble.
I would like to position myself right outside the door listening to this.
Okay. Easy enough to do.
How is, where is Adra in the room?
It sounded like we were both, sitting
Just
opposite
sitting.
each other. Yeah, so.
Okay. If she's close enough, he wants to take her hand, if he can grasp it at all. Not roughly. He wants to just kind of give a firm, grounding mechanism if he can, to get her to maybe stop for a moment.
I mean, she'll kind of twitch away at first, but she'll make contact after a moment.
Adra, I am so sorry. We should not have let you go. I'm so sorry for what he's done to you. I know you're not going to believe me. Anything he said to you is a lie. Anything, everything.
You're lying. You're lying to me, all of you.
I know you're not going to believe me, but I promise you I am not. You are such a strong-natured woman, and I am so sorry this has happened to you. I don't know what I can do. I'm at a loss.
Just leave me alone, Alexander. I just want to be left alone, please. Please.
For now, I will, but I'll figure out something. He's going to give a gentle squeeze of your hand before standing up and going out and possibly running into Silas, depending on how close Silas is to the door.
Step aside, back to the wall, just listening.
Alexander's tries to keep a fairly straight face while he's in the room with Adra, but the moment he leaves the room and closes the door behind him, he is just absolutely distraught, upset, very clearly not sure what to do. And he just looks to Silas and he says, Don Sebastian broke her. He crushed whatever will she has, which is quite a bit. And I think he must have done it for a reason. I don't know what that reason is. We need to...
What I want to find out.
I don't know if there's a way to find out that I can do, or that one of us can do.
Let me try.
Alexander's probably going to copy what Silas did. Just wait outside.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to open up the door. I'm going to sit down. I'm assuming the chair is right where it was.
Yeah. And she's going to kind of glare at you this time and go, "Why won't you all leave me alone?"
And I'm going to put my hand on her, almost not quite as gently as Alexander did. I'm going
Don't
to ask...
touch me.
Just tell me what he asked of you.
Why should I tell you anything?
Because right now the rest of us are in trouble, and I need to know how much trouble you've put us in.
Yeah, well, maybe you'll deserve your trouble. You never cared about me anyways.
This isn't really about caring. This is about information now.
Damn.
He wanted to know where the money was.
Uh-huh. What else?
I don't know. He told me about the Camarilla. Just...
Okay, now, obviously I know she's lying, but I have a lie detector insight that I could use here.
Yeah, go ahead and just give it
I
a
mean,
roll.
she's not really lying. She just doesn't know what to say.
Yeah.
Like...
But you're
she's
obviously
half-truthing.
holding back some of what he told you.
Yeah. She's half-truthing.
Yeah.
You were there a while and we didn't expect you back tonight. What else did you talk about?
He...
Look at me. Okay, I also have intimidation stare down.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an intimidation roll.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you 3 extra dice because she has 0 willpower.
Okay, so that would be intimidation what?
Manipulation.
Okay. +2, +3. So.
Yeah, that's, you are very intimidated by Silas right now.
And she'll kind of like, almost like shrink under his gaze, and she'll just be like, we talked about where's Callan's money is. I tried to tell him about a deal with Factory, but he wouldn't listen. He knew that I was lying, and he wants me on his team, and why shouldn't I?
Because you already got a team.
A team that I can't trust.
Why can't you trust us?
You're using me, all of you. You don't care about me. You're just making a mockery of me. All I'm good to you for is the fact that my grandsire was the prince of this city. The fact that I am the one with all the power. Calvin even said that to me. Don't you remember? No, you wouldn't remember. You weren't there. But Calvin told me that I was the one with all the power. And he had nothing. And that's why he wants to be Baron. All of you are just using me for your own greedy ends.
And what do you want?
I don't know anymore.
You want to be safe.
I just want to be safe.
Yeah.
I just want to be safe. I don't care about anything anymore. I just want to be safe.
Well, you're not gonna.
No.
Nobody's safe right now.
Well, if you're not going to give me safety, then I'm going to leave.
Well, that's not an option either.
Is he picking a fight with her? Is that what's happening right now?
Maybe.
That may not be such a good idea. Because if yeah.
Angry's better than this.
No. She'll kind of look at him and she'll get angry and she'll go, "You can't stop me, Silas."
I can try.
Silas, make a persuasion charisma with +1 die.
Jesus.
What is it that you would like to impart to Adra right now?
That if she tries to fight me, I'll fight back. But that's probably going to be a better use of her time than whatever this is.
And? You're obviously there for a
she...
purpose. What is your purpose? You get to just say it. And she will believe it.
Okay. I want to know what she's holding back from us. I want to know exactly what she told Don Sebastian.
She told him where the money was. What else did we discuss? It wasn't very much. It was
she agreed to bring the coterie in 2 nights.
Right, yes.
The Elysium.
The blood hunt has been called off.
For the next 2 nights. And she thinks she believes, although after talking to Silas and Alexander now, she's not as sure, that Don Sebastian is her safety. Because at this moment, it also feels like Silas might be pretty safe.
All right. How's that feel, now that you got that out?
I don't know. She's like the most petulant, confused child right now.
You do feel a little better.
Okay.
The point of the persuasion roll was to allow you an opportunity to not be completely brainwashed by seeing that Silas and Alexander and the team are working with you and obviously not against you, right? So incorporate that. You have 0 willpower. You're still a little freaking out. You're like coming. I don't know if I suffer from PTSD. Hi, I'm a mental health person. But if you've ever been coming off like a really super panic attack, and you've got that like post shake and that like kind of empty feel, it's that.
Okay. Yeah. I understand.
Yep.
Yeah.
How long before the sun comes up?
2 hours.
Can she knock off early? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, like it's like if she was human, she'd be like, "Can I have ice cream or something, please?"
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. We have anything in the fridge? You had a big night. Anything I can get you?
I think I know what I want.
What's that?
I'm gonna go on a trip. Someone I want to see. Kind of set my brain straight.
You sure that's a good idea?
Yeah, I can handle it. I just want to go and see him. He looks like my sire. Runs a bar. I just want to see his face.
You want some company?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's go.
Awesome. So we are coming in on the close of the evening. And I just want to, because we're prepping for the last episode, I want to do 2 things. You've got about 2 hours left in the night. And so you're going to go visit one of your touchstones. Yeah?
Yep.
Which will allow you to regain a point of willpower. Seeing him working, being there behind the bar, and being with Silas, who is kind of, by dint of presence and strength, made you feel safer. You will regain a total of 2 willpower.
Okay.
Which allows you to start feeling a bit more level. You're no longer paranoid. You're no longer super freaking out. You know that what he did to you was fleeting. You know that seeing this remembrance of your life, this human reflection of who you are, gives you kind of this moment of being centered. And allows you, and I love that you brought your touchstone into this. I think that is 100% appropriate and the right call. I had 2 ways in which you would kind of feel better coming out of this, and you immediately just jumped on one of them, and I love it. So, like, clap, clap, clap. But you will come out of this. There's only one thing that will linger, and we've already DM'd about it. The rest of that sort of clause that he had in your brain start to kind of melt away. Then there's still some scratches of doubt. There will always you're worried that there will always be scratches of doubt. But for now, they've kind of quieted down a little bit. And just to get the intent for the team as the night comes to a close, you are going to, next week, rescue Lola and this possible cachet in order to bring another coterie onto your side and getting a little bit better with Ming. Is that where... Fascinating. So next week we will have a bit of a climactic event in the time of the Camarilla, where they seek to solidify alliances as the city crumbles around them. If you join us next week on a Crusade of Thorns Camarilla, you'll see the Camarilla facing hunters, the Inquisition in their home base, as they search for stability in a world that's falling apart. And with that, we will close the penultimate episode of a Crusade of Thorns Camarilla. And go around and get thoughts, reflections from everyone along the way. That was a big episode. There's a lot of meat in there. That was a lot of stuff. All right, team. And this is why I love the Camarilla, because it's all about characters. It's all about you. I mean, they're all about you. But I love it because this was literally 2 of the things I think we planned tonight were things that happened. And the rest of it, like, you drove us to an entirely new finale tonight, guys. Your choices made this happen. And Calvin, staking yourself, like, throughout, I've let your choices and the things that you bring to the table kind of dictate how I tell the story. And I'm really glad that we're in a place where we get to use a lot of the hooks that you've brought to the game to end the Camarilla story, right? Because it's about you guys, and I think that's awesome. And how you guys are going to turn out here at the end. So let's go around and give thoughts for the evening, and give shout-outs to where else we can find you, and yeah, whatever you want. And we'll actually start with Death, because he's right here, and we did him last at the beginning.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie, also known as Death by a Mage on the internets. You can find me on Twitter at Death by Mage. I also write D&D blog articles on my website, deathbymage.com. And presently, I am in the middle of doing a lot of different things, including this, and also working on other future projects with Throck. scheming. And I will have to say that it was an absolute pleasure to be here for the penultimate episode. So, and I got to I got to play not one but 2 of my characters. That was absolutely fantastic to have them both come back. And yes, it's gonna be all grand. I can't wait for that finale. And don't forget, folks, next Thursday, March 28th, is Talking Thorns, which is our Crusade of Thorns talk show, where we actually have as many of the players who's available and the STs. We're gonna have a little talk show and as to celebrate the end of Crusade of Thorns. So please come and check us on this channel. Welcome to the Party RPG, and it's gonna be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Indeed. Awesome. And Death, thank you so much for your support and help and brainstorming and ideas and amazing creativity throughout the whole of this. If you happen to not be on the finale, I'm not. We'll figure out if we can somehow. Oh, I'm free. I'm free. Okay. I'll figure out if we can work you in. But if not, it's been amazing role playing with you and having you here for a number of episodes. And it's been great. Love you, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff Holland. You can probably find me on Twitter. Yeah. Good night tonight, Liana. Good role playing.
Thank you.
Cannot wait to see where this goes next week.
Yay! All right, Nerdy Teddy.
Hi. Yeah. Tonight was great. Yeah. I mean, lots of good role playing, good character decisions. It was great. Of course, thanks everybody. Thanks chat. You guys were great as always, and everything. And I honestly, tonight I was torn. Part of me wanted Selene to go to Adra, but knew that may not have been the best idea. So other than that, I'm Nerdy Teddy. You can find me on Twitter. And I'm usually here 3 times a week. We've missed a couple days for the mass game on Mondays, but everybody should be back this time, or at least the majority of people. So hopefully we'll be back next week. And then, of course, on Thursdays, I split my time usually between Shadowrun and Pokemon, and that's all I got.
Awesome. Kevin?
Hello. I haven't spoken for like 2 hours. It's weird.
Oh,
I know.
thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Did a great, fantastic just watching you. It was amazing. Man. Yeah, I'm Bisonic Kevin on Twitter. I don't really have much else to plug for myself, but I will say that Death by Mage has a Patreon, as do we. And he's on DM's Guild as well, and he always forgets to mention it. One of his
He does, yeah. He's a prolific DM's Guild author who has amazing products coming up that he can't tell any of us about, but I can tell you that they're amazing, and we should all be very excited for his success moving forward as a human being within the role-playing games industry, because he is an amazing writer. So you should just check out his DM's Guild stuff. Sorry, keep going, Kevin.
No, that's really all I've got. Just thank you, everybody. I staked myself and got out of your way. I thank you.
Alexander. Or M.
Sorry, I was
you, the human being who
unmuting myself. Me, the human being. I'm M. You can find me on Twitter at DobsonM. I really feel for Adra, just as a person. Because I know, like, the doubts are a real thing for people, and I've certainly experienced stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I like the coming down. I think Throck handled that really well. So I want to thank you for that experience, because that was really something good to see. Yeah, I don't know. That touched me in certain ways, I guess. I have a lot of feelings that I'm going to have to process now.
You're not the only one, apparently. Everyone take a deep breath. Like, literally chatting everyone.
But yeah, no, this was a great game. I'm very sad that it's going to be ending next week. But I will be on the thing, if you'll have me, the talk.
Yeah, yes, everyone is invited if you can make it.
Because I am free, and I would love to maybe dish out some things that didn't come up about Alexander. So,
yes, please
I love
do.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely some secrets that haven't come out.
Awesome.
Just because they're not relevant. So, but yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Cool. Leona.
Oh my. What do you want me to say? That was a roller coaster of an episode. Not at all what I expected. Hi, Midgardia. Lots of love.
Love you, Midgardia.
Gosh, I want to rip Don Sebastian apart, so I really hope I'm able to get in on that somehow. That was, not at all how I expected tonight to go. I loved it. What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. That's all. If that's all you feel like you can say right now, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm really humbled. I've been getting a lot of people from chat checking in on me again, and I'm just thank you all. I think everyone killed it tonight. I think there were so many amazing moments that everyone had, and I'm gonna miss this.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I should probably do my shout outs. I should mention I am the person that runs Vibrant Visible Victorious every Sunday, 8:30 EST. And so this Sunday we are going to be playing a D&D 5e game. It is called the Harvest Clothes Festival. There's going to be a hunt and cooking contest, so that'll be a lot of fun. It'll be DM'd by Angela Lemu Mogrovejo, and I hope I said that last name right, and I'm very thrilled. It'll be her first time DMing on a stream, I believe, so I'm really excited to have her on. It's super exciting. I'm so excited to have Angela on. She's an absolute sweetheart, so I'm really looking forward to this Sunday's game. The Sunday after is also going to be a D&D 5e game, the 31st. That one is going to be Orchestral Treble. It is a band a musical band of orcs, quite literally. That will be, it's going to be a lot of fun. And that one is going to be run by Miriam, aka Media Junkie, and so I'm very excited to have them on as well. So 2 really great D&D 5e games that are going to be coming at you over the next 2 Sundays. So please feel free to join us. Please feel free to sign up. To any South Asians in the audience, today is Holi. Happy Holi to all of you. And lastly, I should probably mention, I just want to give them a shout out. I just was invited to join A Seat at the Table magazine, and it is an honor to be able to have this position, to be co-editor there, and all of that credit goes to Welcome to the Party, to you, Throck, to everyone that I've had an opportunity to learn something from. So thank you. I'm learning with all of you all, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity I've had to run a show and now to do other things and to just keep making a difference. It's truly, I think, possibly my calling, and it's just kind of an honor to see it come true. So thank you, and that's all I got. See you on Sunday.
Yeah, and I just want to say, I feel like this last few months at Welcome to the Party has been pretty special.
Yeah.
We have really seen some impressive growth with the launch of the Patreon and the launch of 3V and all of these things. I feel like we and you joining that is a reflection of that amazing work, right? And we are. It feels like my goal when creating this was to create a role-playing channel that meant something, right? That was more than just about one person creating a name and getting famous, or about like a channel of high quality role playing. And while I want that, what I really want is a place where people can come and feel safe, and that can be supportive to the people in it, and be just an amazing supportive pillar of the community that shows what the role playing game community looks like. And I feel like we're closer than ever to making that real.
Yeah.
And it's in large part thanks to you and to the whole community for just consistently being amazing. And we're like getting close to 500 Discord members. We're almost at 2,000 followers on Twitter. We're almost at 1,000 followers here on Twitch. We just hit 30 patrons in like 2 weeks. Like, this is a mission-driven. I hate to call it an organization. It's a mission-driven community. And those of you who have hung out with us over the last 12 weeks in this game, and then with the other games as well, just, thank you. That's all. We love you.
Yeah.
And thank you for the amazing support you've shown, and the faith you've seen in this as a mission for us. It is an all thing. And just a quick reflection on the game, Adra, I'm so sorry. I didn't know who was going to go talk to them. Go talk to Don Sebastian. I thought someone might. And so I had a few little, thoughts in my brain about how I would handle each of them, and yours was kind of the hardest. Because
it's okay.
Yeah, because of the conversations you've had with Calvin and things like that, and you've mentioned, your character has mentioned feeling like maybe they're not really the person they are.
It was perfect.
Stuff, and yeah, okay.
It was perfect, and it was very fitting, and
yeah.
I think the way it played out was just, it was just right. And to be very clear, player me is A-okay. I am A-okay. So it was totally good. So don't worry about it. It's all good.
Okay. Well, we have set up a pretty intense finale, which I think is going to be super awesome. The party has been rocked. Kelvin is staked. Adra has been stripped to the core. Alexander might finally get his hands on the Book of Nod. Selene and Silas may be able to... I don't know. I need to figure out a way to bring something personal and do it for both of you at the end of this. Help me.
I mean, saving Lola is really personal for... Helping any woman in trouble is personal for Selene. So that's why she was asking where Lola was.
Awesome.
Just want another crack at one of those priests.
Yep. For revenge and feeling touchstones, we are going to have an amazing, an amazing finale here, and it's driven by your play, which makes it all the more better. And so, yes, our next one of these is to Sunday, Saturday, or Saturday, Saturday at noon. You can catch us for the first of our 3 finales. The finale of. It's 11 a.m. Oh yeah, we changed it. That's right. So, important scheduling note. The finale of the Sabbat game will be at 11 a.m. Our storyteller has a thing that they have to do. Zed here in chat has a thing they have to do later in the day. Why would it be a permanent change? There's nothing following that, Zed. What are you talking about? It's the finale. I don't even know what you're saying. Zed, it's nothing here to worry about in terms of what may be coming after for a Sabbat party. There's nothing at all. No, there's nobody's looking for papers. No one wants to try and cross any walls or anything. None of that is happening. So don't even worry about what he just said, Zed. That is nothing. Although there will be a very special announcement at the end of the Sabbat game that you should come check out. The world that I have built through the Crusade of Thorns will be continuing as well. In another form, which is already public, we are running a mage game that is set in 1888 London. This will be Mage the Awakening 2nd edition, which will actually be on at this time 2 weeks after the end of this game. And it will be in a world that is the same world that this story happened in, essentially. Even though it's in Mage the Awakening and not Mage the Ascension, because Mage the Ascension is problematic. And Mage the Awakening is significantly better, and that's why we're going to do it there. But yes, we are going to, and it's also, yes, it's a prequel, but you will see some of the same characters you saw here show up there, and it will be fun and awesome and interesting. Because this is actually going to be part of it at what is very least. I just wanted to do this spiel because we're getting close to the end of the world on this stuff. This will be at the very least a trilogy of stories. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more than that, which is super neat. But I know that the third one already is going to be a Changeling story, and that's going to be slated for fall 2019. And then there may be something big and crazy happening early 2020. But that is pretty far in the future, and we will have taken a lot of the lessons we've learned from that. I'll just say, we'll take a lot of the lessons we learned from that and incorporate it into that project. But who knows? But maybe. And with that, we love you. Remember that all the work we're doing here goes to support Rainbow Railroad, so if you have not clicked on the link to donate, you should absolutely go do that. They help LGBT communities in crisis and folks in those communities get out and get somewhere safe where they can live a free and happy life, and that's amazing, and we love them for it, and all of the streams have been dedicated to that. Of course, check out our Patreon, follow us on Discord, follow us on Twitter. If you haven't hit the follow button here, you should hit the follow button here, because why wouldn't you? We're amazing. We have games almost every night. Tomorrow night, I think tomorrow night Shadowrun, tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern, you can find, wow, the exclamation points. Bam! I might need to cut some of those down. Tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern, we have our Shadowrun game that Nerdy Teddy's in. And that is a drop-in, drop-out game. So if anyone's ever interested in playing Shadowrun, hit us up on the Discord. We will be able to accommodate you. It's Shadowrun 4E, so it's the good version. And so, yeah. With that, we're going to go raid our partners in Chronicle of Thorns storytelling, Soulbear RPG, who I believe are running their Tal'Dorei campaign tonight. So if you love yourself some Critical Role, or at least the world of Critical Role and some amazing role-playing, you should come with us. So Soulbear RPG, and then it's /raid. Raid Soulbear RPG, and then I have a raid command now, and there it is. Yay. So go ahead and just copy-paste welcome to the raid and drop it in their chat when we get there. If you have some amazing emotes to put behind it, you should do that too. As we're going to go and say hello to our dear friends at Soulbear RPG. Everybody, wave and say bye as we leave on the second to last episode of A Crusade of Thorns.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, good, everyone's waving. I can raid now. Bye.
Bye.
Boop. And we're